What is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We've got football tomorrow coming up, week 3. Hammer in the building. What's up, Hammer?
What's happening, bro? Today I feel extra nice. I just took a shower. I have my window open. There's like a tropical storm or something along the lines, but it's cool outside. So the window's open. The wife is not home. So I don't know. You could call it liberated. I guess that's the best word to say it. I feel liberated tonight. Let's get spicy.
Kev says Stevie with the fresh cut. Yeah, right. Yep.
Hey,
Yeah. I do it
there,
myself. I do it myself, baby.
there
Just
it
buzz that
is.
bitch right off, man. Just buzzed it right off. Appreciate you, Kev. Jamie, what up, Jamie? What's good, bro?
Jamie, what's happening, bro?
The Hammerheads.
Kevin, appreciate that. Oh, so I don't know if anybody out there, or I'm sure we have some of our subscribers who are beer drinkers. So a couple of years ago, really quick, I went down to Florida and I wanted to drink a Sapporo. We went to like a Japanese restaurant and I wanted to drink a Sapporo beer with my sushi, and they didn't have any. And they said they had Sapporo Black. And I was like, Sapporo Black? What the fuck is that? Like, I don't want a Guinness. Like, Guinness is, I can't drink that. But they have this Sapporo Black, and it is delicious. It's not a stout, it's a dark lager made by Sapporo. If you've never tried it out there, try it. It's fantastic. Thank me later. Back,
Answering DMs over here. Let's get
back to you,
spicy. Let's
bro.
get spicy. Need that on the intro. Yeah, I need an editor. I need like a someone that could do this shit for me. Jamie said I've been drinking a lot of high quality root beers. Root beers lately. Well, I'm more of a Mountain Dew kind of guy.
I'm a Mountain Dew kind of guy, but I enjoy beer, especially now that the fall weather, you're starting to feel a little bit of fall weather, especially up here in the Northeast. I don't know, obviously down where you're at in North Carolina, it stays warmer for a little bit longer, but it's that nice 60-degree weather out here. It is fantastic up here. It's nice and breezy to leave the window open at night.
Caddy, what up, Caddy? What up, Caddy? Jamie said he's learning about editing lately. Yeah, it's just rough. It's just it's time consuming to try and do it all. But I try. Oh shit, I got Waddle out. Damn it. Let me fix up some of my lineups here. But yeah, Waddle's out. Waddle gets ruled out today, which sucks because I've got just garbage fill-ins really. All right, so we playing. Oh, this is fucked. Adam Thielen, Bigsby, Bateman, or Charbonnet. It's got to be Adam Thielen, right? Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not in love with that. Andy Dalton doesn't make me feel great, but if that's your option, I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't make me
Should I
feel
play
great.
should I play Berrios
No, maybe.
or Downs? Berrios, maybe.
I actually don't mind Berrios. I feel like he's a good, solid receiver. I think I'd lean
Draft.
Berrios over there. No,
Berrios or
no,
Thielen, boys? What are we doing here?
that's a close one because I think Thielen has the receiving ups. I mean the touchdown upside with an experienced Andy Dalton who will probably look to him a little more often. But I think I'd lean Berrios here in the higher octane offense with a quarterback I trust more. Give me Berrios here.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta make a decision here. I didn't try the hard Mountain Dew. We talked about it on one stream, but yeah, I Haven't tried the hard one yet. Nah, the Baja Blast, the Crown Apple. Okay, okay. Yeah, Barrios is interesting. Definitely is interesting because I mean he could ball a little bit. You know, he's one of those kind of under the radar guys.
Yes, I
So,
would agree.
what do you think? Is it Barrios or is it Thielen? You know, what should I go with here? I mean, it's a deep league. There's no other better options, or should I go with Galore?
No, Barrios. It's Barrios or Thielen, and I think it's Barrios, just because, like I said, it's a higher upside offense. We saw what the Commanders did to those Broncos last week. So yeah.
Oh, Joker in the building. How do you feel about Justin Fields, Joker? I know you got the Chicago there, so I'm pretty sure you were the Bears fan. You know, how are you feeling about Fields? How are you feeling about the team? What do you think? Like,
Well, apparently Aaron Rodgers transferred his ownership from himself to Jordan Love, so I don't know how Joker feels about that either. Just maybe.
he said, full PPR, choose one for flex. Jerome Ford, Alexander Madison, Jacoby Myers, Tyler Algier. I have Mostert in my only RB slot. Okay.
I think it's between Ford and Algier. You could make the argument for Jacoby Myers, but who's your other running back?
We
Oh,
only
he
have
only
to
has
start
an
one, I
oh,
guess. Only
oh
one.
only one. Okay, it's between Ford and Algier, but give me Ford here because from all indications he's going to be the workhorse guy. They're saying the Kareem Hunt signing doesn't really impact how they feel about Jerome Ford. I have Jerome Ford in our subscriber league, and he is plugged right into my one of my RB spots. So give me Jerome Ford here. Algier's an interesting play.
Yeah, I mean he is going against the Titans, so it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest matchup for Ford. I do kind of like Alexander Madison this week against the Chargers. Jacoby Myers or Algier. Algier's going to get like 15 totes. It just depends if he's going to get the goal line ones and score touchdowns now. Jacoby, wow.
Well, Falcons
I think it's
at
between
Lions.
Madison and oh man, and Myers. Who's the Raiders playing?
Raiders are playing
The Steelers.
on Sunday night. Raiders at home versus Pittsburgh. I'm going Jerome Ford here. I think he's going to get the volume. I think he's going to get 20 opportunities. So I really do like Jerome Ford here.
I feel you. We're rolling with Jacoby. I don't care. I'm rolling with Jacoby. He had an awesome, first week. Devontae will get the attention. Give me
Can't be too mad at that.
yeah,
Jacoby's been
let me
good, man.
play Jacoby here. But you could realistically play any of those guys. I'm okay with Madison or Algier. I think I'd play those two guys though over Ford this week. But like you said, if he's getting all the opportunities, I mean, he's bound to maybe score a tutty. Kev said pick two, 12 team start 10, 2-2 Sky, Elijah Moore, Kyron. Tony's banged up is questionable. So, I am kind of looking at Sky Moore a little bit, but Elijah Moore's been getting a ton of targets, right? But they just haven't been converting. Kyron has been awesome, or 2-2. I mean, I don't think this is a choice. You have to play Kyron, right? The guy's fucking RB2, right? I mean, you have to.
And Cam Akers is not playing this week. So it's
Well, Cam
Kyron.
Akers is now on the Vikings, so
Oh, right. That's right. I forgot. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I'll roll with Kyron's. Elijah Moore is on my bench until further notice. And give me Tutu Atwell and Kyron. And I feel pretty damn good about that.
yeah, yeah, you got to go with Tutu until Cup comes back. Tutu is going to be targeted a bunch, just like Puka. They are saying Puka's questionable going into the game, but they said he's going to play. So
He's gonna play.
yeah, give me Kyron and Tutu here. Albert, what up, Albert? PB Dub said Fields scoring 25 plus this week. Yeah, this could be a game that he comes back in. I mean, he said he don't
But
give a fuck, so he might be
hold
going
on,
out there calling his own shit.
hold on, hold on. PB, I understand he
He is
probably
playing
could
the
score
Chiefs
20.
too.
He right, he's playing the Chiefs with Chris Jones back though, so that's an element not to undersell.
Catch me if you can.
Touche. But Justin Fields may score 25 points, but how does he look? Is he developing? I think that's the more important point, right?
Well, he
Like
doesn't need to really to score the points. I mean, I think for what you're saying is perfectly correct from a NFL standpoint, but we don't really give a fuck about that right now. We
yeah,
just want
but
fantasy
even
points.
hold on, but it translates, and it translates this way because if he scores 25 points, fine, but like he's on the hot seat, dude. I understand the coaching staff might be on the hot seat, the offensive coordinator, Canada might be on the hot seat. That's for Pittsburgh. The coaching staff, Eberflus, I think, is in Chicago. Like those guys are on the hot seat too, but like Justin Fields' play is on the hot seat, especially with all the comments this week about the coaching staff, blah blah blah. Like Justin Fields is on the hot seat, so it ties in a sense where like, bro, he might not be the starting quarterback there for much longer.
Well, at least for the season. I mean, they're not doing anything this season, so
And also too, if he's running around, is he gonna get I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Is he gonna get hurt running around doing all that?
I mean that's the risk that you take with drafting a guy, like that. I'm not playing Ford against the Titan. Yeah, Madison is a good choice if you want to go
Ford,
Madison there.
Ford can get some receiving work, so
Yeah,
I don't mind him all around. And on volume alone, I like Ford. But listen, you can
yeah,
make the
I feel
argument
that.
matchup. You can make the argument with the matchup.
Do you guys still like Brees Hall? Of course, we like Brees Hall still. I don't know how to value him right now. I feel like I don't want to trade him for nothing if I were to. Yeah, I mean, you got to just realize and be realistic about the situation. I mean, he's coming
Mm-hmm.
back from injury. They've got another kind of guy there. They don't want to kill him, so they're going to slowly bring him along. They want
Mm-hmm.
him, strong for the back end of the season when they're really going to need him. So, little by little, he'll get more work. So I think right now you might have to have him on the bench until we see him get some more work. Maybe that happens this week after he just was
Mm-hmm.
talking some shit. So
Mm-hmm. That's
we'll
exactly
see.
where I was gonna go.
Mhm.
By him tweeting out 4 football emojis for the four carries he received, best believe Brees is gonna be involved. I say he gets 15 opportunities this week against the Patriots.
Good. Zach, what up, Zach? Appreciate you, bro. The fantasy football True Poppy. That's right. That's right. I won't forget it. I won't forget it, True Poppy. Jamie said, "Y'all see what Kelly did against the Titans, and you still want to play forward." I'm not. I didn't say to play forward.
I'll play
Hammer wants
for
to
it.
play forward, but I mean, he is going to get the opportunities. All it takes is one run, right? We saw that last week. He had that 170-yard, whatever it was, tutty. So, or almost tutty, I think it was. I don't remember. I think it
And
was the tutty, right? But yeah, I mean,
let's keep it a buck. The Titans aren't exactly the 85 Bears. So, like I said, based on volume alone, I like Jerome Ford to at least get 70 yards, and if he gets the touchdown, I'm golden.
start Tua or Lawrence
Mm, Tua home against Denver.
with
T
no
Law
Waddle. With no
with no
Waddle.
Waddle. T Law at home against Houston. If that game gets out of hand, do they pull T Law?
Does he throw three tutties first, though?
Does he?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
know what?
I mean, you're talking Tua against the Broncos with no Waddle. I mean, I do still like Tua, but
Yeah, give me
we
Trevor
put
Lawrence
Trevor
here.
over.
Give me Trevor Lawrence. He's got his full complement out there.
No Stingley, right? Stingley's down, so yeah, maybe give me the Jack. Give me Lawrence. Yep, Stingley's out too. NFL progression and fantasy football are completely different. Fields is not on the hot seat. Yeah, I think for his NFL job, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say right this second. They're gonna let him play out the season. I don't think that's gonna change for this season. But
I'm not fucking with Justin.
I would definitely say as far as the NFL is concerned, yeah. This week will tell you everything. If you don't start rushing, he is droppable. Would love to see good rushing at garbage time TD. That's what he
I
did
don't
last.
agree
All
that
he
he's
did was rush.
droppable per
Well,
se,
yeah, I
but
don't know if he's droppable.
that I will agree with. If he doesn't start rushing, he's benchable. I guess that's the better word. Because listen, Justin Fields still has crazy upside. I just need to see some progression, because that will unlock him all the way, right? The rushing and the throwing. Like if he's able to figure it out, because it looks like he's seeing ghosts out there. I'm sure we've all seen the footage where there's guys running wide open and he's just not seeing it for whatever reason. So to me, there is a correlation there, but
I mean,
think
yeah, I feel you.
I think if you don't start seeing the rushing upside kind of to at least some degree what we saw last year, then you would have to start considering playing other guys.
I mean, that's the thing is like we don't even need him to take the next step. All we need him to do is just do at least what he did last year, which all he did was pretty much run. I mean, he wasn't a great passer. That is what it is. But you at least just want him to be what he was last year, and you'd be happy with that. Of course, you want him to take the next step, but if he does at least what he did last year, then you're good. But the problem is you're banking on this QB to get 1,000 rushing yards, with
And
staying
stay
healthy at
healthy.
the same time. So,
Boom.
it is a risk, and you got to know that going in, when you're taking them. But what's up, Gev? I have 3 RBs not injured on my roster. I need to start 2. Javonte, Brees Hall, and Zach Moss. I think I got to go Javonte and Moss. I think we have to sit Brees. I mean, I don't love Moss, but he got every single carry. Nobody else touched the ball in that backfield. So, I think you got to go Javonte Moss. What do you think?
Yeah, Javonte feels like the lock here, but listen, I'm gonna go Javonte and Brees Hall here. I think they're gonna want to get him involved, especially now that they kind of know and saw what Zach Wilson was last week. It would be unwise, especially against Bill Belichick, to let Zach Wilson go out there and try and sling it around a little bit. So give me Javonte Williams and Brees Hall here. If Brees Hall is good this week, the Jets will have a chance to win. And I'm not a Jets fan by any stretch, but they need Brees Hall to be successful. And I think if they're smart, they utilize him 15-ish times tomorrow.
Titans haven't allowed over 68 rushing yards to an RB since 2021. Wow, that's a good stat.
That is interesting. PB, I did not know that.
Steelers or Seahawks. Someone else decide, so I don't have to be responsible when the other one goes off. Also, Waddle out, so got to roll with Madison in my flex. That's fine. So Steelers or Seahawks D. You got Steelers versus the Raiders, and then you've got Seahawks against the Panthers and Andy Dalton. I mean, yeah, I think
I'll
home.
Take that. Yeah, I think I'm going Seattle as well at home against Andy Dalton, and that offense just isn't good as a whole. So, yeah, give me Seattle defense at home. East Coast team traveling west. I know it's a 4:00 game, but
you like ETN over a touchdown, rushing or receiving? Yeah, they're playing the
Houston?
Texans. Yeah, I think I could do that.
I wouldn't mind that.
I think I could do that. Zombie League, I lost last week against the Zombies, so I lost all my players. Oh, I got some players back in the feeding frenzy off waivers. I'm projecting to win, but decided Taysom Hill or Khalil Herbert. I mean,
I think Taysom Hill's a very interesting play this week with really only Kendre Miller as the only true kind of running back that you kind of know of. It pisses me off when they bring him in, but he's very effective at what he does. Khalil Herbert is, I don't know. I thought he would be better, which he hasn't. This is a tough one because Taysom Hill, it feels like he gives you one game a year where he has like 40 points, and then you might not hear from him for a while. He did have 9 rushing attempts last week. Taysom Hill did. So, you know what? Give me Taysom Hill here. I think he has a good.
Don't forget Jamal Williams got hurt.
No, that's part of where I was going with that. So give me Taysom Hill here. I think he has good upside, especially inside the 5.
I can't do it. not like in the flex. Like if you want to play him at tight end because you have just no tight end to play, like, and you just have garbage and you just want to take the chance and go for that upside, then I'm fine with that. But I don't think I can do it in like a flex spot. They are going against the Chiefs. Like, give me Herbert. Give me Herbert. If you want to play Taysom in the tight end spot, then have fun with that. But we've been burned plenty of times. It's never consistent, the usage that he gets. It's weird as fuck. If Kendra starts running all over, we might not even see Taysom Hill really, play that much. So everything has to go right for that to work for you. So I don't know if I just want to take that chance. I'm just playing Herbert. I'm not playing Taysom in the flex. There's just no way.
I'll take it. I'll stand on that hill.
Okay. Stand on that hill, Hammer. What are y'all doing? Let's help out Jamie here. Taysom or Herbert?
I'm pretty sure most people will say Herbert, but fuck it. Taysom could have a interesting week, like I said, especially down near the goal line. I think he could be utilized.
Ooh, this is tough. Marcos, what's up, Marcos? Appreciate you, man. Half PPR, Gibbs or Mostert?
Ooh. Lions playing at home against Atlanta. Mostert might be utilized a little more with no Waddle. Gibbs is explosive lately. Mostert has been, and we've been telling you to fire him up every week, but it doesn't look like Monty hasn't been officially ruled out, has he?
Monty, yeah, he's not playing.
Gibbs is explosive, dude. Yeah, give me Gibbs here. Give me the upside. Give me the explosive guy. Mostert's been fantastic, but in a dome on the fast track, I think that could be like a 28-27 kind of game. I think Gibbs will be the beneficiary. He can still catch the hell out of it. Give me Gibbs here in the upside.
Yeah. Mostert's been just so good. Last week, I mean, man, he's scoring tutties. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if there's a world where Craig Reynolds gets like 15 to 20 rushes. So I guess all right. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs too with the PPR upside. Give me Gibbs. Do I stick with Higgins in PPR? What's up, Jacob? Or replace him with Lockett? Worried Burrow doesn't play on Monday night. Yeah, I mean,
that's a legitimate concern.
Now they've said that Burrow was like practicing. He looks, he's out there, but I mean, should he just sit or should he not sit? Does he aggravate it? So, I mean, Lockett is not a bad play. I mean, we saw obviously what he did last week. We see what he does every year. DK's a little banged up as well. So yeah, if you're afraid that it depends how much you're afraid. So if you're afraid that Burrow isn't going to play, then yeah, I'd play Lockett and just roll with it.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning that way as well. Lockett's been really good. Again, quietly underrated. So yeah, give me the safer play with Lockett. I think he's going to give me steady production. If Burrow doesn't play, you kind of feel like crap. So yeah, give me the safer play here with Lockett.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go Lockett. Jamie said tight end premium with a half per carry, and if I win, I get to steal Jefferson. Oh, okay. All right. So that makes things like a little bit different then. If you get the, Well, not necessarily. When I get to steal Jefferson, I'm still going Herbert. I don't care. Chuff my dunk. What up? Should I put in Joshua Kelly or Mike Williams?
Mm.
What do you think here, Hammer?
I think I'm taking Mike Williams. I got burned by Joshua Kelly. Eckler is out again. Um, God, and I feel like if I don't put Kelly in, Kelly's gonna do what he did in week 1. So,
Kelly's gonna go
but
do what he does, but
give me Mike Williams here. Mike Williams has been
yeah,
pretty solid, and I think he gives you a higher floor. So give me Mike Williams in what should be a very entertaining game.
yeah, against the Viking defense, definitely give me Mike Williams. I do think Kelly has a good game, but Mike Williams might have some more upside in what could be some kind of shootout. So yeah, give me Mike Williams there. But I do like Kelly this week. Jacob said also desperation RB play in a deep league, PPR Gainwell or Herbert. Herbert.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think what we saw from DeAndre Swift last week, they're going to give him every opportunity to kind of, I don't want to say dominate the backfield touches, but based on what we last saw DeAndre Swift do, Kenneth Gainwell doesn't feel like a strong play here.
Hmm.
Go Herbert.
Sure. Definitely. I appreciate everybody in the chat, guys. Smash that like for us. Smash that subscribe if you're new. We'll get to all the questions here. Jamie said, play Williams in the matchup against the ranked under 25th in the league for secondary. Gives up air yards. Yeah, I mean, we know the Vikings defense hasn't been good for a while, so Roshan week. I'm with that. I'm playing Roshan in a league, or I'm in like 2 leagues with I'm playing Roshan in, but I think as the season goes on, he'll get more and more burn. But there's got to be that game where he comes out. Maybe this is it. Maybe it's not. But PB Dub said he's got to play Taysom in his home league. I'm okay with that as long as it's in the tight end slot and like you don't have one of the top tight ends. Like that's fine if you want to take the chance and upside on it. I'm good with that. Zach said, "Dear everyone, make sure you have Tank Dell." Yeah, he should be rostered. I don't think he's really in any. He shouldn't be, at least. I mean, unless it's a shallow league like an 8-man or a 10-man or something. But I have Gibbs ranked top 5, hoping he gets 15 touches. Yeah, he should.
Same.
He definitely
That's
should.
that's where he should be. And he's so
Mhm.
explosive where if he gets 15 touches, you got to believe he's going to approach 100 scrimmage yards and potentially a touchdown. He's that good.
Sure. Zach said PPR. Mike Williams, standard Kelly. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think he said it was PPR. I mean, I don't know many people that are playing standard anymore, but that's all right. Simp, when they rule Monty out tomorrow and move him to an IR spot, should I pick up Roshan or Jaden Reed to hold to see how they do? Still trying to decide what to do with Quentin Johnson. I'm picking up Roshan and I'm just going to hold Quentin Johnson. What you doing, Hammer?
Yeah, I'm actually leaning that way too, just because Roshan has the more consistent path to steady fantasy production. Jaden Reed is really awesome. I do like him, but when Christian Watson comes back, Luke Musgrave is developing as a nice option as well. Aaron Jones should be back. So there's a lot of wealth to be spread on that Packers offense once they get their full complement of guys back. Jaden Reed has been a pretty good play especially last week when he had the 2 touchdowns, but I don't think he's going to give you as much consistency as Roshan would. So go Roshan here and hold Quentin Johnston. Hold Quentin Johnston. Don't give up on him yet.
Sure. Solo Cup, what's good? Kelly Mostert, Moss Ford, start 2. Trusting my guy Justin Fields this week over Tua. You got some cojones,
Stones.
some stones, but all right, I dig it. No Waddle, so that makes it a little more, okay. And I mean, you could say after especially what's happening with Justin Fields, he's just not going to give a fuck and he's going to go out there and do what he wants almost.
You would hope so.
So we'll see. So all right, so we got to start 2 here. Kelly Mostert, Moss, and Ford. I've got my 2. I think pretty easily here. But what you think, Hammer?
Yeah, I think especially when we're talking about this, Mostert out of these four is definitely my lock. Listen, you can make the case for all these guys. I know we brought up the Ford stuff before, but I still have a good feeling about Jerome Ford this weekend. That offense does concern me a little bit, but I think they'll lean on Ford a little bit to run. Yeah, give me Mostert and Ford. I'm going to stand on that hill. I'm going to die on that hill. And when I come back on next week and Ford has 42 yards, then you guys can kill me. But give me Ford.
Yeah, I mean,
If he has a touchdown, then we're talking.
I'm fine. I'm fine with playing Fields. That's fine. But I got to go with Kelly and Mostert. I got to go with Mostert without a doubt, and then I'm gonna go Kelly. Just matchup based, basically, out of the other three. So
I'm fine with that.
Give me Kelly and Mostert.
I'm fine with that. I can't. I have to stick to my guns here. But listen, you can make the case for all four of those guys. Mostert is definitely the lock for me, but I'm gonna hang in there with Ford.
B-Rob, Roshan, Herbert, Gibson, Sean Tucker. Been starting B-Rob. Is it time to start Roshan? Yeah, compared to the RBs that you have, yeah, I'm starting B-Rob and Roshan right now.
Yeah,
You could argue Herbert. I don't think you can say Gibson yet, and we can't say Sean Tucker.
I took Gibson out of my lineup after week 1. I was just like, yeah, I'm not ready to continue riding those wheels. So I mean, I agree. Roshan's going to give you upside, and that's what you're kind of looking for, especially when you're in this kind of situation. So Roshan should be able to give you some upside. RPO game would be. I'm very interested to see that RPO game with him and Justin Fields.
Are you thinking Tank Dell is over Robert Woods? Like Woods is a vet. I think Woods ends higher over Dell, barring injury. I mean, I don't think I said Woods. I don't think I said Dell over Woods. I just said Dell should be rostered, which Woods should be as well. I mean, he's getting a ton of targets also. I like Robert Woods right now. Over the course of the season, though, I think Dell might start taking away more as the season goes on. But I think right now, yeah, I'm with you. I like Robert Woods more right at this moment.
Agreed. Robert Woods, 19
Not by much, though.
Not
by much, but I do.
Yeah. 19 targets in the first couple of games. And listen, I think what happens is, especially with these young guys, we get very excited, right? Like Jaden Reed, right? 2 touchdowns. Romeo Dubes, 2 touchdowns the first week. We get very excited with a lot of these young guys. Obviously, Dell and Reed being the rookies, that once we see a big game, we're just ready to jump on it and say, all right, cool. But you have to look at the situations, right? Who else is on these rosters for competition for targets, right? Robert Woods is an established veteran. So I still like Robert Woods, as you said, for the next couple of weeks, but you got to imagine if Tank Dell figures it out, he'll be running. And also Nico Collins, right? Nico Collins has been fantastic for that Texans team. So there's some competition for targets there.
Zach said, the question is, will the Packers begin to throw more? Only 27 and 25 attempts in the first 2 weeks. They haven't had to, have they? They didn't have to really like.
Well, no, they were in obviously in that first game, they just dominated the Bears. They didn't really need to throw a ton. And in that second game, remember, they were ahead 24-12 going into the fourth quarter. So they were up 2 scores going into the fourth quarter. So Jordan Love really didn't have to throw. Now, was it disappointing they didn't close that deal? Of course it is. But they didn't have Aaron Jones. And I think they want to run their offense. You know what I mean? They have I'm also getting ready to say something. AJ Dillon is pissing me off because he was supposed to be part of that 1-2 punch, and he is not living up to his end of the bargain. So I think Jordan Love, if he's throwing between 27, 25 times a game, is fine. Like, they have running backs. They're efficient. They play decent defense. I know they kind of gave it up a little bit against Atlanta, but if Jordan Love is throwing 27 times a game, I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah. Jay, what up, Jay? What's good, Stevie and Hammer? Burrow uncertainty got me in a bind. Yeah, super flex leagues, it's rough because I'm in a few of those positions, and I think it in Superflex. It's like if you don't have another QB to play, like it's almost worth it just to take the shot on Burrow playing, and like maybe if you have, hopefully you have somebody else on one of those teams that you can just throw into that spot, unless you have like a really good option that you can just throw in there if you want to just play it safe. So I think it just kind of depends on what's your situation. So like, what are your options, Jay? Who do you like? What's your options that you can play there?
It's interesting because the teams I have Burrow in are both one quarterback leagues, which I feel very fortunate. Obviously, I have Jared Goff in our home dynasty league, so I'm playing Jared Goff regardless. And then in your home redraft league, I have Jordan Love, and I'm still fighting that a little bit, especially in a one quarterback league. There are other options out there in a one QB, but Superflex is rough, man. I don't know if people feel comfortable rolling the backup out there. I don't even know who the backup is. Apparently, they talked to AJ McCarron. They were talking to some other quarterbacks, but they wouldn't be ready to come in right away. Let me see who the
Fields 80 rushing yards against KC. I could see that. I could see him just trying to run all over. I mean, absolutely. Are you playing Roshan over Herbert or Ford? Ugh, that's tough. I don't know if I could play him over Herbert yet. You could over Ford. I might just go Ford there in that case, even though the matchup isn't good. I know, but it's tough to kind of go Roshan or Herbert. But they are playing against the Chiefs, right? So maybe I do like Roshan. Give me Roshan, because if they're gonna have to pass, like Roshan is out there. So yeah, give me Roshan over Herbert and Ford this week. I am Jamie. Now that I'm getting more into it. Ford can score 15, 20. Are you keeping him in your lineups? Yeah. I mean, I think he's got some rough games coming up, but I think for the long run, like, he's going to be the guy. Like, I don't see Hunt coming in taking 50% or anything. I mean, there's a reason why he was available. Multiple injuries have happened through the NFL. Multiple teams have brought him in for workouts. Nobody has signed him. They didn't re-sign him. They wanted to go with Ford instead. So, I mean, he's a little bit older now. He's not the same, Kareem Hunt. I know we get excited, over some of these guys. Melvin Gordon. I mean, last year, look what he did. I mean, horrible. I mean, so I don't know.
really quick, if you do decide to roll with Joe Burrow, Jake Browning is going to be the starter if Joe Burrow can't play. Jake Browning.
Yeah. So can you get Jake Browning? Is he available? I mean, you probably should have him. Probably should have had him once, like you saw that Burrow was hurt, like in the off season. It probably would have been a good time just to have him just in case. But hopefully you can have him, or else somebody's going to try and tax you for him. You must, you know, Minshew or Pickett.
That's a spicy one. Pickett has a good matchup. Pickett has a good matchup at Vegas on Sunday night, and Minshew at Baltimore. Give me Kenny Pickett here.
Offense is just trashy.
No, it is, but I think they can.
Give me fucking Minshew, because Minshew could sling it. Give me fucking Minshew, baby. We're slinging it. Let's go. Simp, after Demon and Waddle come off IR, I'll have to decide whether to keep Roshan or Quentin Johnson, which to hold between the two. It might depend on who you have on your team, but even better yet, if you have to make a decision, why don't you just make a trade? Right now, do a little 2-for-1 and free up the space.
I like that, actually.
Do a little 2-for-1. There's got to be something that you can try and offer, even if it's not a huge trade, but you're looking at doing that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm actually comfortable with that as well, because instead of dropping one of those guys, try and get something, right? And it kind of kills two birds with one stone. You get something and you free up that spot by going 2-for-1.
Jamie said Minshew's playing in the tropical storm. He might be right. Let's see. Let me check out the weather. Hold up. Yeah, they got wind sustained gusts over 20. Yeah, pregame, potentially clearing late. So I think, check back in the morning, because things change, right? Overnight, we saw that, I think, the last couple weeks when watching the weather for a couple games. So You
Good
know,
point.
check back in the morning, and you know, if you feel if the weather is still bad, then yeah, maybe we don't go Minshew in that case. Let me bring up, since we're talking about it, let me bring up the weather. Let's check everything out as what it is right now. Let me refresh this. All right, so we've got, yeah, Indy, Baltimore. We just talked about Green Bay and the Saints. 10 mile per hour, gust 15 to 20, chance of rain. So that's one to be a lookout. Jets Patriots, so not good for Garrett Wilson.
Good for
Gusts
Brees
up to
Hall.
30, yeah, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So maybe that is now, you know, better for Brees Hall. So maybe we revisit that, right? Denver, Miami, decent shot of a shower or storm in game. I'm just one to just kind of keep an eye on. Bulk of the rain clear by kickoff for Washington, Buffalo. 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, maybe 15 gusts. Let's see. Carolina, Seattle, pretty wet most of the game, if not the entirety of the game. So, yeah, Seattle defense may be a very good option there. KC, Chicago, 10 mile per hour winds. Nothing crazy. Tampa and Philly, chances of a few showers and storms, more likely early than late. So, you know, let's keep an eye on this stuff for the, you know, in the morning. You check back in if you've got any close decisions to make, and, you know, you use that for the kickers as well. Where was that? Stevie, bro, we're both high on Gibson, but when are we going to see the game scripts to get him fantasy points? I mean, he fumbled that first game, so he kind of put himself in the fucking doghouse because Ron Rivera just fucking does not like him. I think we saw that. We were seeing that more and more. Like, Rivera does not like him. Now, maybe Bieniemy could, but he's got to not fumble the ball. So maybe as we go on, because I mean, I'm not in love with Brian Robinson. I think he's definitely a sell high at the moment. But I mean, he is what he is. He's an RB2. You know, and I think Gibson, hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, will get more and more involved. I don't think he's droppable yet. I wouldn't drop him. So I'd hold on to him for now, especially if they start like losing and getting in negative game scripts. Maybe we see, you know, more Gibson. He had a nice play last game, that nice little catch. But
B-Rob
yeah,
getting that work, man.
he is right now. I mean, it doesn't help when you fucking fumble, get yourself in the doghouse. I mean,
It's crazy.
Flowers is actually a young guy that looks dumb nice this year. Yeah, Flowers is good. I mean, we've been saying the whole offseason, like, how many games is it going to take for OBJ to get hurt? We're in week 3 already.
And OBJ is out. Week 3. There you go.
So, you know, he had a very good opportunity coming in. Oh, Bogey, what up, Bogey? I'm working on that trade. I think we're almost there. I was about to send you a counter, but you know, we're on the stream right now. But I'll hit you with something. I'll hit you with something back. I think we're almost there. I think we're almost there. Got you, Bogey. I'm out here making moves. I mean, we're trying to make shit happen. Caddy said, Puka and Garrett for Diggs. I have Allen. Puka and Garrett for Diggs. Gives him the stack with Allen and Diggs. You know, mitigates the risk with Garrett Wilson, who's probably just a wide receiver 2 at this point, you know, to be fair, right? Does have still some upside, but not the top 5 upside that he had. And Puka, who is wide receiver 2 right now, with no Cooper Kupp. When Cooper Kupp comes back, if Cooper Kupp stays healthy, what does that turn into Puka at that point? Is he just a wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3? So would you rather have Diggs, or would you keep Puka and Garrett?
I'm assuming this is redraft, Caddy.
Yeah.
Give me Diggs. Give me Diggs. Cash those chips in. Go get Diggs. Get yourself the stack. Diggs is still going to be fantastic. Gabe Davis, no thank you. Cash those chips and go get Diggs.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Give me Diggs. Minimize the risk and just go get Diggs. Because I'm sure Puka, you either drafted really late or you picked up on waivers. So he's pretty much free. That's what we got to do. Highlander rise up, right? PB Dubs. Appreciate everybody in the chat, guys. Smash that like for us. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Throw any questions y'all got in the chat. We will get to them. I promise you.
Come hella high water, we gonna get those questions.
Right. We've got 19 people out there. We've got about 15 thumbs up, guys. Smash that like for us if you can. Appreciate y'all. Foot Legends, what up, bro? Mike Evans and Nico Golf Mostert, a must start. All of those guys a must start. I mean, after Mike Evans has been doing and Nico's been doing, yeah. Mostert, what he's been doing, yeah. I mean, and Jared Goff. I mean, depending what your other options are.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say what are the other options. Obviously, Mostert, Mike Evans, yes. Nico as well. You could kind of make that argument. Goff, it depends, right? If your other options are, you know, a hurt Joe Burrow, which I have, I'm in that situation, then fire up Jared Goff at home against Atlanta. So if you're in that kind of situation, or if you have, say, a Jordan Love that you don't feel comfortable about against the Saints in what's going to be at least not the greatest weather, fire up Jared Goff.
With that, Jay said he's got Baker. All right, you got Baker as your backup, so you're good. Just play Baker.
Yeah,
you're good. At least you got a decent backup to play.
As much as we don't like Baker, he actually played well this year.
Well, he's also played two pretty bad defenses, but I mean, yeah, he's playing well this year. So just ride it out until that ship sails. But if you got Burrow, you have to just play it safe. Just go with Baker and play it safe. You know,
yeah.
Oh, he's got Jimmy G. He said you got Jimmy G. Yeah, just play Jimmy G and just
yeah.
Or you could try and go with the rookie Jake Browning. PB Dub said
that's risky.
With Burrow out and sat Danny Dimes, okay, pick up Jimmy G, Dalton, Tannenhill, Dobbs, Minshew, or even Taysom Hill. All feel gross and shitty options.
I think it's Jimmy G here.
I'm with you too. It's got to be. I think it's got to be. It ain't pretty, but it is what it is. What up, these nuts? Have Akers and Pitts on the bench, traded for Kittle. Okay. JSN, Jalen Warren, and Elijah Moore all available on waivers. Should I switch any redraft? Have Akers and Pitts on the bench because you traded for Kittle. JSN and Jalen Warren and Elijah Moore are all available. Switch any. What are we? Which one are we switching? Yeah, I mean, with Akers and Pitts on the bench, you mean? Or no? You have Akers and Pitts. All right, so you do have Akers and Pitts because you traded for Kittle. So both of those guys are pretty much droppable. So yeah, I would rather have JSN and Elijah Moore for sure, or even Jalen Warren, depending what you need on your squad. So yeah, I would drop both of those guys for the guys on the guys on waivers there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think JSN is the absolute pickup here. We know Lockett and obviously DK are there, but JSN's going to bust out sooner rather than later, and we're already in week 3, so I'm dropping Akers if I can. I would still hang on to Pitts. I know you have Kittle, but Kittle does get hurt. Kittle gets banged up. So I would hang on to Pitts here. I drop Akers and pick up JSN.
Pick it Baltimore. Yeah. Washington game also storms. Yep. So keep an eye on that.
Virtually the entire East Coast is in some sort of inclement weather, whether it's wind, rain, or the combination of the both.
Key Trixie, pick one: Swift, Gus, or Connor.
Whew. Man, no Hill. Swift is the trendy play because of what he did. Now, who is Eagles at Tampa Bay on Monday night, the first of the Monday night doubleheader? Gus home against the Colts. Connor, I think Connor is the no. Connor is the no here. Yeah, give me DeAndre Swift. Fuck it. Fire him up.
I'm with it too. I'm with it too. I think we have to go Swift here. I think we have to. Legacy, what's up, Legacy? Guys, smash that like on the way in. Smash that subscribe if you're new. We got answering all questions in the chat, so throw them out there. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Jordan Love and Ford for Justin Herbert. Yes, absolutely. Give me Herbert.
Yep. I sign off on that as well.
Give me Herbert. London or Pacheco, PPR.
Ooh, I like this. So Pacheco is actually a game time decision. They said he's trending. He's trending towards playing. Man, London is coming off a solid game by his standards. Oh God, who are the Falcons playing? Yeah, Detroit. Give me London.
Full day in hell, hammer pick Swift. Well, with those
Jay, you know what, Jay? I at least for 1 week, I'm gonna say it. Swift had a hell of a game. However, that I never questioned his talent, right? I never questioned whether he was good or not. I just questioned whether he could be a workhorse running back that he was trying to be utilized as in Detroit. And then if he could stay healthy, like that's the key. If he gets the same workload that he got last week, continuing on down the season, he's going to break down. That's my only thing. Best ability is availability. So go with Swift here.
Yeah, I'm going London with you on this one as well. Pacheco is going to be questionable. But I think I'd kind of go London anyway against that Lion defense, right? They're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, I want to know more about the bogey trade. Yeah. So in this league, I'm not contending. Hawkinson and the tight end premium, who scores a shit ton of points. Trying to move off of him, pick up a first. Bogey wants it's an IDP as well, so he wants Zaire Franklin. I do have a good amount of linebackers that I have, so I'm trying to get some pieces to go along with it. That'll help me out. So, and Bogey's 0-2 at the moment, so I'm trying to get his first.
There it is. There it is. And he's watching, so he's sitting there plotting in the laboratory.
So I'm trying to get that first, and it's still early, and he might win some games once he gets Hawkinson and Franklin, but I'm just trying to get some assets so that I got some flexibility, because as much as I do love Hawkinson, what happens when Kirk is not there, right? I really hope Bogey's not watching this right now.
He is watching.
What happens when Hawkinson right now? Like I love Hawkinson for for right now, but what happens in the future? Is he still going to be able to do what he's doing with when you don't have Kirk Cousins throwing the ball 650, 700 times? Like, that's going to be rough. So that's kind of my thought process. So we'll see what happens. Start Pittman or Godwin or Kirk. Problem is I already have Ridley and Ingram. Start Pittman or Godwin or Kirk. I already have Ridley and Ingram. Oh yeah, that's.
Well, we talked about Pittman playing at Baltimore, which that's shit weather. Give me Godwin here.
I think we have to play. Zay Jones is out, I think, right? Is Zay Jones out?
Let me check. 3 guys on that same offense. You okay with that?
I know. Yeah, he's out. Zay Jones is out, so I do like Kirk there. Ingram is Ingram. He's a tight end, so he's kind of a risk anyway. But yeah, I'll take it. Somebody's got to catch the ball. It's going to be Ridley or Kirk. You could put who do
Tampa Bay plays on Monday night, home against the Eagles. Jacksonville has a good matchup at home against Tennessee. Houston.
Yeah, give me Kirk. I don't care. I know it kind of sucks, or maybe you try and make a trade before then. You've got how many hours?
12-ish.
Tommy said, "What up, boys? Cheesehead for life." That's right, Tommy. You're a Packer fan. All right,
Tommy. What is up, bro? It's been a little minute since I've seen you. Appreciate you jumping on.
Always feels good. I need a flex. I need a flex PPR. Kelly, Gabe Davis, Dylan, or Hollywood.
It's Josh Kelly here. Yeah.
Kelly, I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm with you. We going Kelly there. Marcus, what up, Marcus? Goff or Fields, and Pickens or Addison. Goff or Fields, Pickens or Addison. 2 wide receiver, 1 flex league. I'll let you answer this first, but I'm gonna say it's Addison over Pickens for sure.
Yes, it definitely is Addison over Pickens, and it is Jared Goff this week over Justin Fields. I saw some numbers for Jared Goff at home since he's been a Detroit Lion. He's fantastic. Roll with Jared Goff at home.
Falcons defense is no slouch. I might go Fields here. I might go Fields here. Just because the floor I think is going to be good. He's going to run the ball. I don't think he gives a fuck at this point.
That's fine.
And against the Chiefs, well, I think he'll have a lot of opportunities too because they will most likely be down. Yeah, give me Fields, but I wouldn't be surprised if Goff does really well. I mean, Falcons defense is no slouch, so you know.
No, but
They're
I
decent.
trust Jared Goff.
It could be high scoring for sure, but that's tough. Full PPR: Tank Dell, Kirk, Gabe Davis, or Warren.
It's between Tank Dell and Christian Kirk, bro. When I saw, I was watching the Buffalo Bills game last week, and I was so upset because I had Stephon Diggs on anytime touchdown, and Gabe Davis and Dawson Knox are catching touchdowns. It fucking drove me nuts. With that being said, give me Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I'm going Kirk here. For sure. Oh man, they doubled up all these questions again, I think.
Yeah, mine came in as well.
Pittman, Tyler said Pittman and Godwin both have Chadwick weather. Yeah.
Shit weather.
Yeah. Guys, I kind of got doubled questions here. So I'm gonna make sure I don't miss any. If I miss it, just let me know. This moment should be clipped on the channel. Which one was that? Oh, the one with Hammer said the Swift, right? Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Herbert, Ridley, Lamb, London, B. Rob, Cook, Madison, Laporta, Seahawks, D. How's my lineup look for tomorrow? It looks pretty damn good right now.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Herbert's Justin Herbert. Ridley is all he's gonna bounce back. Ridley's fine. Don't worry about last week. CeeDee Lamb is on an absolute tear right now. Drake London had a bounce back week. I do worry about Drake London's consistency, but I don't think he's going to go out and give you a donut like he did, in that first week. B Rob, I'm not crazy about. I think I like James Cook a lot more than B Rob. Madison, Laporta. I'm a Sam Laporta guy. I think Sam Laporta is going to be fantastic. I really do. I think he has a chance to finish in the top 5 tight ends this year. I really do. So yeah, I like this lineup. Good upside, and you got good solid guys. So, and we talked about the Seahawks defense as well, rolling them out there against Carolina in inclement weather with a backup quarterback. I know it's Andy Dalton, but this looks pretty good.
I like it. Cad said, if Burrow was out, should I still start Higgins or start Addison or Rashard White instead?
I think you go Addison here.
Matchup has got, I think, it's got to be Addison.
I as much as I love Quentin Johnston and thought he had, and I still do, it's very early. I've said from the very beginning that Jordan Addison has the fastest path to fantasy relevancy, and in the first 2 weeks, he's delivered. Right? If you had to play him in the flex or as your wide receiver 3, Jordan Addison has been awesome. So roll with Addison here. Obviously, we think that's going to be a high scoring game against the Chargers. Roll with Addison here. I would start Addison regardless over Higgins.
I mean, we've always said and I think you like, maybe I don't know if you like Quentin Johnston more, but I've always said, at least, same like you, that Addison has the best path right now, right? The easiest to score the most points and do the most work for this first season. Obviously, with Kirk Cousins and that offense playing with Justin Jefferson. For the long run, I do still like Quentin Johnston a little more.
because he's going to be tied to the quarterback.
Exactly, and the upside is higher. You're a little bit capped playing behind JJ and Hawkinson at that matter because you're really the number 3.
But he's still making it work, and I think there's plenty to go around.
That's the thing. That's the thing, But in the long run, playing with Justin Herbert, we don't know what's going to happen with Kirk Cousins. So, yeah, I do still like Quentin Johnson for the long run, but for right now, absolutely, it's Addison for sure. He's almost a must start at this point, and mostly
wide receiver 3
flex, unless you're in one flex leagues with 2 wide receivers, like then it kind of depends on who else you have. But I think in 2 flex leagues, like he's automatically a starter. Kev said pick 2 to start. Oh no, we did this already. No, this is all the double questions. All right, my bad, y'all. Let me get to let's get to where we're at. All right, here we go. We did the Herbert Ridley, the lineup. All right, here we go. For flex, Francisco, what up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. For flex, Puka, Collins, or Lockett. Wow. That's a rough one, but it's got to be Puka.
I don't know necessarily. I mean,
this guy's got the fucking most targets and catches in like history right now. With no Cooper Kupp. I mean, in a healthy Stafford. And he did that against a good 49er defense. I mean, how can you want to play any of these other guys at this point? I mean,
I get it. Listen, and they have a decent matchup this week as well against.
I don't even care about the matchup. Fuck the matchup, bro. It's Puka. It's Puka. Tell me it's not Puka.
Can I speak my piece, please? God damn it.
I just had to let you know.
Thank you. I'm aware. I know how you feel about Puka. You love him. You love you some Puka until you're able to trade him for
first.
Right. Yeah, give me Puka here.
After all that fucking bullshit, and now you're gonna go with Puka
because obviously the Lockett in not great weather up in Seattle.
I don't care what the weather is. I don't even care who the other players are. If it's not Justin Jefferson, I'm playing Puka.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, have you looked at what the stats are right now?
Yes, Puka, I have,
bro. Well, now he's wide receiver 3 because Debo obviously is the only one that played a game. But I mean, he hasn't even scored a touchdown, and he was wide receiver 2, bro.
All right, don't get all hot and bothered over Puka. We know he's good, but settle down.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no cup, so we got to take advantage of Cooper while we can. And Stafford is slinging it, right? It's all about the QB, right? The QB is making it right now. Higgins, if Burrow is out, London, Addison, Rashard White, pick 2. All right, so the thing is, you're not going to know yet, so you're going to have to just make the decision. So yeah, pick. Give me Addison and in London, I guess.
I think I'm leaning that way as well.
So yeah, crappy weather. Hey, I feel you, Tyler. I think we figured it out. Appreciate you. Jamie says Houston doesn't allow many points at a slot with Zay, but he could play more on the outside, which allows the most points to wide receivers. Yeah. And then, what's his name? Stingley's out too, so just kind of gives you a little bit even more. Y'all trusting a bounce back for Kelly? Yeah, depending on your options, I am trusting a bounce back. I mean, it's a good matchup. There's nobody else there. I mean, last week he had some work. He just didn't cash into anything. It didn't turn into anything. So you better bounce back. Big Trev, what up, Big Trev? Guys, that's Big Trev in the picture there. I think he said he caught a tutty on that, if I remember.
Yes.
Guy took the slant to the hizzy, I think. But pick 1 full PPR. T, Josh Kelly, Rashard White. Thanks.
I think we're taking T Higgins out of it because we assume Joe Burrow's not going to play. And also, too, you can't take the risk. So it's between Josh Kelly and Rashard White.
It's not Rashard White.
Give me Josh Kelly.
I don't know. Do you still just play T anyway? Like,
no.
No, give me Kelly with the against the defense. Oh, he's got Bijan, not Brian Robinson.
Okay, Okay, so that's even better. So I like your team even more.
Yeah. So that's a sick team then, bro. So I'm talking about simp. Build that shit. HK 12 man half PPR, three wide receivers and a flex, 6-point passing TD. What trades could I make in for who? All right, Hertz and Ingram, JJ Olave, Mike Will, London, Tony, JMO, Pacheco, Pierce, Kelly Ford, Algier, Elijah Mitchell, Jamal Will, and Jeff Wilson. Well, what if you got Pierce, Pacheco?
I mean, you could combine Kelly and Ford and see if you could tear up at the RB spot. JJ and Olave, that's pretty good. I mean, maybe you go out and get another wide receiver. I think the guys to target here, maybe even London, right? Anybody really outside of Hertz, JJ, I think are up for grabs. Even Olave, right? Especially if you're, I would imagine this is redraft. Anybody outside of Hertz and JJ, you want to kind of combine maybe two of those guys, go 2 for 1 as we talk about. But take advantage of guys coming off of big games, right? Jerome Ford can be had out there. People, especially to the Chubb owner, right? Target the Chubb owner and see what you can get for Ford.
Kelly Algier still kind of hot, so you might be able to move him. You got some
Kelly as
guys
well.
with the, try and take advantage. And I don't know if you'll have enough time before the games tomorrow to do it, but you hope that some of these guys have some good weeks, which gives you some more ammunition to kind of, to move some of these guys for some higher end assets.
Right. The
You know?
the Austin Eckler owner, target him with Kelly. So you got a lot of options here. It really depends on what you're trying to do. Are you like where you trying to upgrade? Are you trying to get another just monster wide receiver?
Can we upgrade maybe the flex, right? The London, Tony, JMO. Can you do that with trading one of the running backs? Can you do London and Ford or London and Kelly or something like that for I don't know what's some ideas maybe.
London and Ford for maybe try and go and get Devonta Smith to stack a little mini stack with Hertz.
There's no way that's happening.
Listen, you
I
never
think that's
know.
too high of a. I think more importantly, I think we need to find the team that's going to need a running back right now. Maybe right. Maybe we just attack a team and then see
The
who they
Ford
have. I
owner,
think
I
that.
mean
And
the
I know
Chubb.
people always ask like what player should I go get, but sometimes it's not about the players you should go get it. It's about what team needs what you have. What can you offer that team to get, one of the players that they have. So I think you got to look more into the teams than, trying to get certain players. So who needs a running back? Who's in need of a running back? That you can combine a running back and a wide receiver to kind of tier up at wide receiver.
All
This
right,
way you
so
have a flex build out, and then you can just plug and play your RBs.
well, that's pretty much why I said from the rip, because you have Josh Kelly and Jerome Ford to target the Austin Eckler, Nick Chubb owner, specifically the Nick Chubb owner, because Nick Chubb's not coming back this year. So target those two teams and see what you can get.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. I think that's the better way to attack it, We'll get to all the questions in the chat here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Guys, smash that like for us. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Appreciate everybody out there. We will get to you. What up, Ray? Ravens D or Eagles D is really the only question. All right, Richardson out for the Colts. Eagles defense looks more healthy. Looks like Bradbury and the safety Blankenship back. Cox more healthy. Also Ravens.
I think I'm leaning Ravens D here. The weather's supposed to be bad. No A Rich. Give me Ravens D here.
Mm. Yeah, give me the Ravens D too. Especially with the bad game, so a bad game weather. So yeah, I'll take that. Might have bad weather, yeah. So I think for that reason as well, I think we're going to lean toward. We're both leaning towards the Ravens there. Both leaning towards the Ravens. Chef Anabi, what's up? Trade Barkley for Breece Hall and Brian Robinson. I think that's a trade I'd make to get Saquon Barkley, to be honest. So that's why it's tough, because you could go either way.
That's a tough one. I think the problem is because obviously Brees Hall is kind of still on a cap. But I'm going to take the upside here. I'm going to go Brees Hall and B-Rob.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on your squad almost. You know, are you really hurt? Do you have like no RBs to play and you need to split Barkley? Or do you just are you afraid that Barkley is not going to be, doing well when he comes back? So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm still on the Barkley side unless your roster construction says that you need to make this trade because I can take this way either side here. It just kind of depends what you need. Sorry for the double question. Subscribe. Nah, appreciate you, Cad, new subscriber. Cad, everybody else out there. Let me know if you're subscribed. I'll give you the horn. I gotta get something cooler.
Just
But we'll get there though. Well, we got 26 people in here, guys. Smash that thumbs up. Hit the
sounds like
subscribe.
that sounds like the Sam's Club version of a horn.
Throw the questions in the chat. We'll get to them here. Edwards in the flex.
Zay, thank you.
So, somebody's got to catch the football, right? Are we going
in
with
shit
Zay?
weather? In shit weather.
In shit weather. So that could lead more to Gus carries, but that could also lead to more throws at the line of scrimmage and short yardage, dump offs to Zay Flowers, which is how they do like to get him the ball.
Yeah, I think.
Or do we just roll with Gus?
I think Gus is the safer play here. I think, and considering the weather, that's the only factor here.
I know.
Yeah, give me Gus in the weather. I know Lamar has a cannon. Give me Gus in the weather.
Damn. I wouldn't be surprised if Flowers gets some carries too. They just got to get the ball in Zay's hands. That's the give me Zay because they're probably going to put 8-ish in the box, right? They're probably going to press a little bit up on him, especially in the bad weather, knowing they're going to run. Give me Zay because I think they'll design plays to get him the football in the rain. Give me Zay, but I think you're right. Gus might be like the safer-ish kind of play, but give me Zay. Musgrave or Hill?
True. Oh yeah. I think it's still Taysom Hill at this point because he has the higher touchdown upside. But man, I think Musgrave is going to be solid. He's really going to be solid. So Musgrave so far 7 targets in 2 weeks. His snap percentage is really good. He's 75 and 88% snap. So you kind of like that. New Orleans has a solid defense. I think this is a 50-50 call, but I would go with Taysom Hill just because he has that kind of wildcat element to him, especially down by the goal line with the depleted running back situation they have. So give me Taysom Hill here, upside alone.
Let's go with the upside. I mean, we've got Musgrave with 4 targets and 3 targets, 3 for 50, and one of them was like a bomb where he was wide open, which was almost all on like 1 catch, and then 2 for 25 the next week against Atlanta. Like you said, pretty good New Orleans defense. Give me the upside with Taysom Hill, being that you can play him at the tight end position because he could wind up throwing a couple passes. He could wind up running the football. He could wind up getting some goal line carries. Unless you've got like one of the top tight ends, I think you can just try and take the chance on Taysom. I mean, what's up, Jew? Full PPR start to Mostert, Gibbs, or ETN. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh.
Give me Mostert and Gibbs. Give me Mostert and Gibbs. ETN hasn't looked great. Mostert's been great. Mostert's been great. And Gibbs is... And I have ETN on one of my teams. So give me Mostert and Gibbs.
I don't know if I could do it. Give me ETN and Gibbs.
Hey,
I think I'm gonna sit Mostert. Even though we've been talking him up. Obviously, he's almost like a must start. But when you've got some options, right? So ETN goes against Houston, which they should be up in that game and have to run the football. So does he get the 18 to 20 attempts? He saw 18 the first week, right? Against Indy, had 77 and a touchdown. Not crazy good, but he also had 5 catches. So being that it is PPR, like give me ETN and give me Gibbs over Mostert. But that's a tough one. That's a close one. It's a good one, Jew. Appreciate you, man. Jamie said Colts or Commanders defense. We've got who's the Colts going against here? The
Colts are
Ravens.
playing at Baltimore and Commanders home against the Bills. So 2 shit weather games.
Fuck. Is there anybody else you can pick? I mean,
right.
It have to be one of those two? I mean, flip a coin, really, at that point.
That has to be a better option.
Flip a coin at that point. But give me the Colts, I guess, if you had to pick one. I mean, I don't know if I'm Josh Allen and Diggs. I mean,
James Cook.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's got to be someone else you can play. Tingley, what up, Tingley? Appreciate you tuning in as always, man. Javier says start Alexander, Madison, or Jerome Ford.
You like Madison, obviously, because of the matchup. I'm still going Jerome Ford on volume.
I do like, based on just matchup itself. Yes, I like Madison. Akers is not going to be, playing really yet, obviously, until maybe next week. So yeah, give me Madison. Give me the matchup. There, I just think with the offense that the Vikings have, the opportunities they're going to have, especially in the red zone or at the goal line, I feel like Madison can get in there. Sam, what up, Sam? Appreciate you for tuning in. Smash that like on your way in, guys. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Appreciate everybody out there. We'll get to all the questions. I promise you. Just be patient. We will get there. Maddens says Watson or Bryce Young. Bryce Young is out right now, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Andy Dalton's starting.
It's gotta be Watson. Are you talking just or are you talking Dynasty in general? I know Maddens talks a lot of Dynasty. If you're talking Dynasty, I'm still going Watson. And I think I was talking about this earlier with someone where, I did like Bryce Young over CJ coming in. We thought that the Texans situation was going to be worse than the Panthers situation, and it's not. There's just better guys to kind of build around over there. You've got a decent running back. You've got some good wide receivers that you can throw to, an offense you can kind of build with, where the Panthers don't really have that. I do like Jonathan Mingo. So in Dynasty, go try and buy him low right now. I mean, he's getting targets already. They're not converting, but he's got 4 years to grow with Bryce Young, and he hasn't produced yet. So he's a cheap guy that you can probably try and go get where people might be out on already. Chef said, we did that one already, Chef.
You missed the previous one.
Hammer said Breece Hall and Brian Robinson. I think I said Barkley, but it depends on your situation because I'd take either side of that trade depending on my situation. Swift or Sanders? It's got to be Swift, right?
God damn it, it's Swift. And I fucking hate this question. Sag, appreciate you, man. This is a stupid question. It's a good question. It's Swift.
We go with Swift, Sag. All right, Christopher. Hollywood Brown, Cooks, or Tank Dell in the flex. PPR, thanks for the advice. No problem, Chris. Thanks for being here. Brown, Cooks, or Tank? What are we doing? Cooks is back this week against the bad Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, Cooks
Hollywood
is back.
Brown against a good defense. Diggs is out, but still obviously a good defense for the Cowboys. And then you've got Tank Dell, who, if I'm not mistaken, led the team in targets last week.
At Jacksonville.
I mean, they're going to have to throw.
Yeah, give me Tank Dell here.
Yeah, I'm taking Tank Dell as well. Let's go Dell, Christopher. Appreciate you. Yeah, Dynasty, yeah. I'm still taking Watson over Bryce in Dynasty. If you want to tear down, I'd tear down. You want to give me Bryce and a first for Watson, that might incline me to take Bryce depending on my situation.
I'll say this though, really quick: if you have Watson, his stock is tumbling. So, let
me say this about Watson. All in all, he did finish week 1 as QB5, right? Last week obviously was a bad week.
What does your
And
eye tell you?
of course, the interception was not his fault early on in the game. Yes, he hasn't looked great, but that's the thing. Like he's still giving you fantasy points at the moment. So I think we need to give it more time. Obviously, he's not playing well right now, without a doubt. So the price on him, the stock is down at the moment. So
And also,
you
really
know,
quick, does the Nick Chubb
and
injury factor into his
yeah,
stock?
and I've shopped Watson around in Dynasty. People are trying to get Watson for the cheap, and I'm not doing it. It's not the time. It's not the time to come off of Watson unless you're getting, unless you're being compensated for it. So RBs are Taylor, Barkley, Mostert, Swift, Hunt, Roshan, and Stevenson. I like it. I like it, Chef. Okay, so he's saying that if he trades Barkley, yeah, I don't know if I do that. I don't know with that running. This is the running back room he has, Hammer. So he wants to trade Barkley, get Brees Hall and Brian Robinson. Mostert, Swift, Roshan, Stevenson. Do we really need to split Barkley and get 2 more RBs, or do we want the high upside top 5 running back that Barkley can be?
Yeah, it's kind of changes it a little bit. I mean, with guys like Mostert and Swift, I'm not counting Kareem Hunt. Ramondre's interesting, but yeah, it kind of changes it a little bit because Saquon
Right.
Barkley is that dude. I mean, I know he's going to be out for another week or two,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Maybe I mean I think they're going to get Brees Hall rolling sooner rather than later because Zach Wilson's in there.
Hope so. I hope so. But you got defenses that are going to be obviously, trying to stop Brees. Uh, you know, I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. And you don't even need running back. Maybe you just trade Saquon if you want for something else on your team. Do you need wide receiver? Can you tier up at tight end or something like that? So, my bad. I missed the question.
I think we
Jew.
did this one, right?
Yeah, we did this one. Mostert, Gibbs, or ETN. Hammer when Gibbs and Did you go Gibbs and Mostert? Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
went. I went ETN and Gibbs, being at his PPR. Jamie said, "Of course I subscribe. How else you think I win my leagues? Hell yeah,
There it
Jamie.
is. There it is.
Absolutely, bro. I lost my Chubb.
A lot of people did. There's a lot of Chubs missing around the world.
Maybe this is just coming up more than once. Hopefully you got the answer there, Jew. If not, just kind of rewind a little bit. Waddle is out. Should I flex Elijah Moore or Kendre Miller? This is a good one. I'm thinking Eli is a no-brainer, but I'm just open to opinions. I mean,
No, it's not a no-brainer. I
it's
would
not.
consider Kendre,
It's not a
and I think it is
no-brainer,
Kendre.
but Elijah Moore has gotten a ton of targets that they haven't converted on. Kendre now coming in. Jamal Williams is out. Like there's nobody else there. So I do like Kendre this week. I'm actually in this same situation in one of my leagues. Do I play Elijah Moore or do I play Kendre Miller? So I'm in the same exact situation, and I haven't really made a decision yet. I think I've got Kendre in there at the moment, but you know, it's just a matter of time, hopefully, at least before Elijah Moore and Deshaun Watson start hooking up. But give me Kendre Miller. I think with nobody else there.
I
Oh
agree,
man,
and the Packers defense is very
yeah,
susceptible
that's
to
tough. Give me
running
Kendre
backs.
then. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do Kendre. Bayou, what up, Bayou? Appreciate you. Hit that like button. That's right. We got 35 in here. We got about 30
Woo!
likes. So,
We are
smash
cooking.
that like if you haven't. Drop all the questions in the chat, guys. We will get to all the questions. Just be a little bit patient as we get to everybody, as there's a lot of questions rolling in. But we will get there. Tim, what's up, Tim? 2QB, PPR. I'm good at wide receiver. Wanted to upgrade at RB. All righty. Walker, Mostert, Madison, James Cook, Kelly Ford, and IR, JT, and AR5. Got Jalen Hurts, Dak at QB. I'm good at wide
I like
receiver. Wanted
that.
to upgrade at running back. I don't even think you honestly need to upgrade at running back. I'd probably be
I
playing Walker and James Cook every single game and not looking back.
Can you trade? Can you trade Mostert, Kelly, and Ford, or any combination of those guys? I know
Might do
running
that.
backs get hurt, so you have good depth at your running back. But even if you want to combine two out of those three, right? I would try and combine Kelly and Ford. And we talked about this with a previous question. Go seek out the Austin Eckler, but more importantly, the Nick Chubb
Brees Hall.
owner.
What about Brees Hall?
Brees
As a
Hall, I'm good
target,
with.
maybe.
Brees Hall, I'm good with, right? That solidifies that. So you can never have enough running back help. Obviously, we've seen within the first 2 weeks or 2+ weeks, what the injuries to the running backs have been like. So people are hurting for running backs, and you got a stable of good ones. So you should be able to at least, like I said, the Kellys and the Fords, I would look to go and try and move and see if I could either package that or target the Eckler and or Nick Chubb owner and see what you can pilfer.
If you could just use the depth if you want. I mean, Raheem Mostert right now is RB6. Now, can you trade him right now if you want? And while he's hot, because what's the chances he actually finishes the season and doesn't get hurt? Obviously that's an issue, but you do have some guys at least for backup that you can use. So maybe you do want to trade Mostert right now. Can you
I'm okay
get
with that as well.
can you trade 2-for-1? See who's hurting at running back, who you can trade kind of a 2-for-1 deal with.
And I would
Like I
imagine
said,
people are hurting.
one of the Chubb owners or something. But yeah, I mean Tony Pollard. Maybe you take the chance and go get Saquon until he comes back. I mean, you've got some depth there, so can you get a Saquon?
And I would imagine with
Saquon,
the amount
Eckler, Brees Hall. I'd look
with
into
the
those guys, like you said.
with the amount of really good running backs
Yep.
you have, people are hurting for running backs because you got good ones.
The market is rough right now. The market is rough. Chef says his full team is Fields, AJ Brown, Lamb, Walker Stevenson, Barkley, Swift, Taylor Mostert, London, DJ Moore. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like this. I like the squad, man. Tim said he got the same. That's what I was about to say. I was like, they got some of the same guys there. B growing stuff. PPR need a running back and a flex. All right, Hammer. Here we go. Pacheco, who is questionable. Zach Moss, Zay Flowers, Nico Collins, Elijah Moore, tight end, Godert or Laporta.
Ooh, I'm actually be growing. And be growing. What are you actually growing? I kind of want to know that, what you're actually growing.
Oh, we know what we're growing over here, baby. Send some our way, brother.
All right, so one running back, Pacheco and Moss. You got to lean Moss here because Pacheco is questionable. And then one flex, Zay, Nico, Elijah Moore. Flowers is playing in that bad weather, as we talked about. Nico Collins. I'm going Nico Collins out of these three.
Yeah, Moss, Nico, and Laporta for me.
I agree. And I'm in the same exact spot. I have Goddard and Laporta, and I still have Goddard in there because I have Jalen Hurts. But man, I took Sam Laporta off my taxi squad because I'm seriously considering putting Laporta in.
Smokey the Cat, what up, Smokey? Pick 3 PPR: Jacobs, Gibbs, Bijan, or Kyron. Pick 3 PPR: Gibbs, Bijan, Kyron. Boom, done.
Yeah,
done.
I like Josh Jacobs, man, and he's really let me down.
But I'm not playing him over any of these guys. Right
now. I tend to agree, but Josh Jacobs is a sneaky buy low guy at this point. So if you could go out and buy Josh Jacobs for at least some value, see if you can go do that. But yeah, I tend to agree. I think Josh Jacobs could be due for a big bounce back.
Feel that, but yeah, I got to go Gibbs, Bijan, Kyron. So are you going Gibbs, Bijan, Kyron as well, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Jags or KC defense? I go either or here, but
I'm going Kansas City.
Man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, give me Kansas City. That's a tough one, but yeah, give me Kansas City right here. Give me Kansas City, Smokey. Jacob, what else? Jacob, Rashid Shaheed, or DeAndre Hopkins for a flex. I think if D Hop plays, you just have to play D Hop.
I'm leaning that way as well, but man, Shaheed is really climbing up the ladder week by week. So they are playing a pretty good Packers secondary, but they can be had by speedier kind of guys. You know what? Give me the upside here. I'm going to go with Shaheed.
Okay. Okay. I can't sit D Hop if he's going to play for Shaheed, even though I'm with you. Shaheed has been involved. He's played well.
I get it.
And I like Shaheed like more down the line of the season because I don't know how long Mike Thomas can stay healthy, but we'll see.
Give me
We'll
Shaheed.
see. Drew said, thanks, fellas. Tough question. Good problems to have. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Stopping
Yes, sir.
anytime. Appreciate everybody out there, guys. Do us the favor, smash the like, smash the subscribe. Be part of the crew. Throw your questions in the chat. We'll get to everybody in here as usual. Jamie said, Colts and Commanders question is for my DFS lineup. Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Buddy on the left, are you from Minnesota by chance? I'm not. I'm actually from New York City originally. I live in North Carolina now, but diehard Vikings fan always. So yeah, we got the AP back there, greatest running back ever. Absolutely.
Whoa, whoa,
Um,
whoa, 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 whoa,
bro,
whoa,
don't get me started with AP. All right, let's not get into it. Let's
whoa.
not get into it. Adrian
That's a
Peterson,
little.
bro, fucking purple
That's
Jesus, purple Jesus. Say I'm wrong, bro.
you are wrong.
Fuck out of here, you Packer fan. What up, Ken? RB2 problem. AJ Dillon as my current RB2. My bench is Cam Akers and Montgomery. Yeah, it's definitely an issue. Keep AJ as a starter or look for a waiver pickup. Oh yeah, Kendra, bro.
Kendre, get
Kendra right
Kendre
now,
in there. Yeah,
absolutely. You'd have
yep,
to
yep.
drop someone. I'm okay with dropping Cam Akers if you have to, but there's got to be someone else maybe on your bench that you can drop. We always talk about it. 90% of the time, people carry a backup tight end, backup QB, backup defense that you don't need. So I'd look to get rid of someone else if you can, but if anything, yeah, I'd drop Akers if you had to. Ray said also just drop Jags D for Ravens. All right, that's a good move. Let's do it. Also got Damian Pierce off of waivers. Not excited about it, but I'll take him, I guess.
I mean, if you get them off waivers, I gotta imagine that the league's not that deep.
Kendre or Ford. Connor, what up, Connor? I'm rolling with my man Kendre. Hammer's on the Ford train this week. I'm on the
Hold
Judy
on,
train this
hold
week.
on,
So
hold
I,
on, hold on. This is different. We didn't get this specific question. It's Kendre Miller for me in this
okay.
scenario.
Okay. We're both
Because
going Kendre here then. Go
yes,
ahead.
because for whatever reason, the Packers have trouble with young stud running backs. And I think Kendre has a good opportunity to get some work done. So for this scenario, it's going to be Kendre. But I still like Jerome Ford to have a solid week, even if he gets you whatever. I guess they said the Titans haven't given up. Listen, if Jerome Ford gets a touchdown, it makes it all worth it.
That's true. Chris, got to sit one. Judy, Kirk, or Nico. Thanks. Ooh, shit. As much as I love Judy, you might have to sit him for these guys. Nose Jones. Was the Jags a bad weather game or no?
I don't remember. They're in Jacksonville.
Nah, they're
You got to
good.
pull up.
They're good.
You got to imagine Christian Kirk's going to have a good week.
Could be. I think I got it. I almost have to sit Judy until you see it. Let sit Judy for these two particular guys. For me, at least, are you going to play Judy over any one of them?
I have Judy, but I don't have these other guys, so probably not. I mean, it's a tough one though because it's Judy's second game back. Do you wanna miss the game that he plays well?
I don't care. I'll miss it for the better matchup with Kirk and Nico.
I guess it's hard for me to argue that. Yeah,
If you want to get spicy, then I would say play Judy. But over these two guys, I don't know if I want to get spicy yet.
I was born spicy.
So what you doing? What are you doing, Hammer?
I'm not playing Judy over those guys.
Okay, beautiful. Kirk and Nico, we're in agreement. Enrique, sup guys? Who should I start? Kendre Miller, Tutu, Judy, or Sanders? Oof. This might be a. Is this a Tutu? Is this a Tutu answer?
It could be. Kendre Miller's really interesting, man. I think he's going to have a solid week. Rams at Bengals. No weather concern. Give me Tutu Atwell here.
Tutu's been wide receiver 16
he's balling
now.
But he's balling.
Let's go. We're going with Tutu. He'll
He's
be
balling.
the odd man out, unfortunately, when Cup comes back. because it'll be, the Puka and Cup show. But for now, until that happens, I think you can roll with Tutu and feel pretty confident. I know, crazy, but Dak or Baker, don't want to risk another week with Burrow for now. Yeah, you're good. Dak or Baker.
It's got to be Dak, right, against Arizona.
Yeah, got to be Dak. Got to be Dak. Sam's saying what up to PB Dubs, gang. Start Nico or MT. Come on, Tingley.
I will say this.
You're not going to start the wide receiver 7, Nico Collins.
I will say this. Mike Thomas did get a ton of targets last week, and it was pissing me off that they weren't throwing to Olave sooner. But it's Nico Collins.
I mean, I don't know about a ton. How many targets?
Early in that first half of that game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had 8 targets the first game, 9 targets the second game. Like, to be fair, he is getting targeted, and he could be like a nice little wide receiver, 3-4-ish kind of play. But Olave is just taking the majority of the targets. But Mike Williams has played decently well so far. But we're not playing him over Nico. No way. Domir, what's up? My RBs are Eckler, Mixon, B-Rob, and Jerome Ford. Do I trade for a receiver like Waddle? Guy with Waddle has no running backs. Yeah, this is where you take advantage of that right here.
Take advantage of Jerome Ford. Try and do it before tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you have a wide receiver you can add in that trade. Maybe it's like Jerome Ford and a wide receiver. Maybe you have to give up a B-Rob or a Mixon, but, feel it out. If this guy's desperate, Waddle hasn't absolutely kind of broke out, right? He hasn't broke out yet.
But he will.
He will, but he's not playing this week. So it's a good time to try and snag him before the value's a little bit lower and while that guy's hurting. So, yeah, definitely we got to make a trade here, man. Garrett Wilson in the monsoon or George Pickens? Oof. We got to go with Pickens, or do we go with the monsoon?
No, I don't trust Zach Wilson, especially. I don't trust Zach Wilson under the best of circumstances. Now, he did throw a strike to Garrett Wilson in that last game against Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But George Pickens pretty much caught the same exact pass, which is ironic.
Right.
Give me Zach Wilson. I mean, give me Pickens.
I'm taking Pickens as well. Jay, my bad, Jay. I missed the question there. Freiermuth or Laporta? I think I'm going Laporta. I mean, that offense is just not looking great for
Pittsburgh.
For Pittsburgh right now. So yeah, give me him there. My bad, Jay. Sorry about that, Jay. Appreciate you for staying in. Hopefully, if I missed anybody else's question, throw it out there. There's a lot of questions in here, but I'm trying to get to everybody's.
Yeah, I'm a big Laporta guy. I love Laporta.
Yeah, give me some Laporta. Goff or Burrow, Salazar says. Goff over Burrow, he said. For this week, yeah. I think for sure.
John, I'm in that same exact spot. In our home dynasty league, I have Jared Goff on my bench and Joe Burrow as well. Jared Goff is in my lineup as we speak. Not taking the chance. I'm not doing it.
Absolutely. Monday was an emotional day for us Chubb owners and football fans.
You know what was crazy about that was if you were watching the game in real time, like you didn't even really see it. Like you didn't get a chance to see it because obviously Chubb, they were down by the goal line, I believe. And Chubb was kind of like mixed in. Like there was a little scrum. He got tackled near the goal line and I couldn't really see it. I just saw Chubb was down. And the way it looked, once they like panned into his face and he tried to get up or a little bit, or somebody tried to help him up and he said no, that's when I was like, oh shit. And then I had to go to YouTube to actually see what happened because they didn't show the replay on television. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
For sure. And then apparently they only saw
the MCL.
Right as of right now, till they get in there, then maybe they see more. But they're saying it
looked a lot worse.
Thing that maybe he can be back for next season. So we'll see what happens. Jamie said he lost his Chubb once, but then she got freaky. Unsub for skipping the question. Sorry about that, Jay. We did get to it, but I did miss it at first, so that's on me. My bad for that. I will give you, whatever questions you need answered, just throw them in there if you're still out there. Otherwise, my bad, man. We typically don't miss any questions, but I must have missed that one, so my bad for that. Sam said, appreciate y'all opinions. To be honest, my team is just floating till Kamara next week. So I'm going to flip a coin 2 minutes before kickoffs.
Sometimes it be like that, honestly. Sometimes
Right.
it be like that.
Mm-hmm. One Nation. I've been seeing Ford get traded for a player like Godwin. Yeah, I mean, if you can get that. I mean, I think it's hard to say what's realistic and what's not because everybody has conflicting opinions on what they think about Ford, the
And
backfield,
values,
with
yeah.
Hunt coming back. So, it's tough. I mean, seeing that Mike Evans is going off and Godwin isn't, some people are just off of Godwin. Some people, think he'll be fine. So I own both, so that wouldn't work. Okay, who are your trade targets using Ford? I mean, any kind of wide receiver too. I mean, the main thing to find is you need to find someone who's desperate for a running back, right? If the guy's desperate enough for a running back, he'll give you, more value. So, that guy that gave up Godwin, he was probably desperate for a running back and said, I'll give you Godwin. So I think you got to find that team, right? We always say, go and find that team, right? Find the team that needs what you have so that you can get what you want, right? Because you got to give them something that they're going to need in order for them to make the trade, right? So John said Laporta. Yeah, appreciate you tuning in for that, John, and answering that. Collins or Pittman? Got to be Collins, especially with the isn't that the bad weather game?
Yeah,
Indy and
Ravens.
Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah, Ravens Colts. Yep.
Yeah, we're rolling with Collins. One Nation says Dynasty 12-team Superflex IDP. Oh, okay, my bad. We're talking about Dynasty for this one. Okay.
You
No,
get a
that's probably
pick.
that's not a realistic trade in a real like competitive like advanced league. Maybe in your home league, yeah, but in advanced leagues, it's very hard to even get a second right now. I was unable to get a second in 2 leagues. I was able to get a second in another, but for 2 leagues, I couldn't get a second. I had to settle for a third and a player, which was I think Cedric Tillman in one league, and then I also got just a third in another. Just spamming everybody, could not get a second. So realistically, you can probably get a second if someone's desperate enough.
Yep.
But Godwin, that's just a steal. That's not even fair, to be honest. Tim said, awesome, great advice. Y'all the best. Hitting that subscribe. Appreciate you. Appreciate
man.
you, Tim. Absolutely. New subscriber, Tim. Tim in
Bing
the hizzy.
bong.
Appreciate you, Tim. Come through whenever. I'm pretty much on almost every night, other than the game nights maybe. But yeah, come through. 2-0 in 4 of my leagues. That's what I'm talking about, John.
John, I'm super jealous because I'm in 4 leagues and I'm
Shit.
2-0, 1-1, and 0-2 in 2 leagues. So that makes me super jealous.
Right? Absolutely. Ray said one of my teams I have 14 people hurt out of my
Ooh.
16. Oh God, damn. Who the hell is on your
Right.
team? What the?
Who do you got? Joe Burrow, JT, Chubb, Waddle,
Up. I mean, other than that,
Cup.
league I'm doing good so far in terms of record. Okay, yeah, you'll be right, guys. It's still early too, and you might be 0-2, but look at how many points you scored. Look at the rest of the league, right? Were you unlucky? Did you play just some unlucky teams the first
Yeah.
2 weeks? I put up in one league I lost by 10 points. I put up almost like the second highest points in the league, and I lost. I probably would have won against anybody else in the league, but I played the wrong team that week. So, am I upset about it? Yeah, but I know my team's putting up points, and it's not because my team sucks. So,
Yeah, it does.
Garrett Wilson or Pickens. At Pickens, we're going with here. I think we just had this question. We're going to go with Pickens.
Yep.
Bad weather for the Jets. Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson against
No
the
Deontay.
Patriots.
Against the Patriots. No Deontay. Give us Pickens here, John. Just Dre. What up, fam? Appreciate you tuning in, Dre. Should I play Calvin Ridley or Tank? Oh, you got to play Calvin Ridley. Come on. Come on. I don't care what happened last year. It's a different year. They didn't have Calvin Ridley. We're going with Calvin Ridley, Dre.
Oh, yeah.
Dre said you need to stop drinking that overthink juice, pal. Yeah, we definitely going with Ridley. That's all right. We answer all questions. All good. All good. But we definitely going with Ridley without a doubt. You got to. Dylan, what up, Dylan? Thoughts on trading Puka? Value is so high right now. Need a running back. Production out of Puka is hard to pass up. Yeah, he's a wide receiver one until Cup comes back. I don't think we can argue that right now.
And that so we're heading into week 3. Cooper Cup, you probably got 2 more games, so it's going to be really interesting to see now. Do I think Matthew Stafford can support 2 top 15 wide receivers? Yes, I do. But if you really need the value in other spots, he's got the value. You can cash that chip in if you really need to. So people like Jerome Ford, like Puka, Josh Kelly to a lesser degree, people are cashing in those chips. So
Astro, what up, Astro? Who to play at wide receiver 2 and flex? So we got to pick 2 out of these guys. Nico, D Hop, Swift, Flowers, and Marquise Brown. So this guy has to be Marquise. Has to bring Nico. I mean, so Nico has to be one of the guys here, right? So who are we playing now in the flex?
I think it's got to be Swift. No.
Yeah.
You're not playing Hollywood against Dallas. You're not playing Hollywood against Dallas, I don't think, out of these guys.
Not with these guys that you have left here, I guess.
Flowers in the tough weather game. D-Hop on a low pad. The D-Hop thing I do understand, and he's looks decent. But, man, Swift has got a fantastic opportunity right now. So, and you got to think coming off the game that he had that he's going to get a good volume this week. So I think it's Nico Collins and DeAndre Swift, as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Let's take those 2. Ray said standard league lineup this week is Hurts, Olave, Metcalf, Kelly, Edwards, Hawkinson, Kirk, Moody. Got me 12 points. Defense is still in question. Yeah, I mean you've got a good lineup there, man. I wouldn't be too worried. 2 RBs on the bench. Zach Moss, Pierce, and Hunter. Yeah. You got that right. You got it right, man. Jack.
You do like Zach Moss.
Walker, Mostert, Kelly, or Ridley. We got to pick one of these guys.
Yeah, that's tough.
Need one at flex.
Woo.
I might have to go. Man, I think I might have to go Walker almost.
Even at PPR, Ridley would be.
I mean, Ridley is it's hard between. It's almost like all right, you have to play Ridley, but then you're like, oh shit, Mostert's up there, who's been awesome. Walker's been killing it. They're going against the Panthers, with no Bryce Young. So Ridley, there's a chance they're killing the Texans and he's not as good.
You got to imagine he's going to be a part of them killing the Texans, which I don't think. So. I think that's going to be a closer game than people realize. So I don't think that's going to be a complete washout. You know what? Give me Ridley here, with Walker being a hair behind him.
Yeah, I think I'm still gonna go with Walker, but it's hard to not say Ridley. Does Lawrence show up this week or roll the dice with Fields or Stafford? I mean, you could roll the dice with Fields if you want. I think he does have a little comeback game here, but I'm probably still just gonna play Trevor.
Or should we
play Fields with the upside?
Depends on how you feel.
6-point or 4-point.
The Justin Fields thing is always going to be interesting because he can have a game where he runs for 150 yards and a touchdown, right? So that's automatically going to vault him into consideration. But I think that game against Kansas City was a bit of an anomaly for Jacksonville. I love Trevor Lawrence, especially with the weapons he's got at his disposal.
Yeah, Sutton or Woods, Dylan said.
Give me Woods.
Yeah, give me Woods as well. I'm going with
Woods. Ton of targets.
Good matchup, but yeah, give me Woods, who's been getting a ton of targets. After the Dynasty Life podcast, let's all go over to 420 Hustler podcast, what they got going over there. Are they on right now? I know they were on earlier. Bogey hit me up. Sup, fellas? Rest of season, Judy, JSN, Jacobs, pick 2, standard league.
Jacoby Myers has been really underrated. Even last year, he was pretty decent, but he came out that first game. I know everybody got excited. He pretty much left my boy Hunter Renfrow in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a really good fit with Jimmy G, to be honest with you. This
Yeah,
is
I
a
like him.
tough one, to be honest. He's playing this week as well. Rest of the season. Give me JSN and Jacoby.
Okay. Okay.
Judy and that experiment. If Denver loses this week, all hell is going to break loose in
I think
Colorado.
Myers may be safer. I got to go with Judy and JSN, though. Give me the upside with Judy and JSN. That's a close, though. Ertz or Ingram rest of season.
Ingram, not even close.
Well, Ertz has been killing it, though. I don't know if he can put that up for the whole season, though.
That doesn't affect my thinking there.
Yeah, that's close. But give me Ingram for the touchdown upside because Ertz could get 10 targets a game, but if he ain't doing jack with it, it ain't gonna mean much. At Dylan, I wouldn't trade Puka due to seeing. Yeah, he is seeing crazy targets. Crazy
But
targets right now. But depending on what you need on your squad, if you need to take advantage right now, you can definitely make the trade if you need to. Because once after he plays, week 4 and then Cup comes back in week 5, like people are going to be a little bit more hesitant to try and take Puka. So you've got to take advantage of the value at the moment. Alan said, "What's up, man? We did this one. My bad. Appreciate you, Alan. Playbook said he'll get at least 25 targets this week.
who's that?
Yeah,
Puka?
Yeah, Puka. He could absolutely got 20 last week. I mean, that was crazy. Got Kendre on the taxi. Would you play him over Godwin, Reynolds, Mike Williams, or Judy? All this Miller talk got me wondering. I'm not playing him over Mike Williams in this game. And I'm probably not playing him over Judy either, but it's a question. Reynolds has got the groin injury, so that's kind of a toss up, but we'll have to see what happens tomorrow when we find out. But yeah, I'm playing Mike Williams over those guys right now.
Yeah, I tend to lean that way as well. Godwin also too has been solid. Like you have guys here that are established in Godwin and Williams that are getting good looks. Mike Williams probably has the highest upside this week of all of these guys because of the matchup, and Mike Williams has been playing pretty well. So yeah, I think I would still roll with Mike Williams here.
Rams using fly motion sail plays, mid zone splits. Yeah, I mean they're killing it right now.
The fact I'm so surprised at how good Matthew Stafford looks. And maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but it looked so bad last year. And obviously he was coming off the injury. And there was a lot of talk whether Matthew Stafford really wanted to play anymore, because the Rams are kind of in a transition period. They still have obviously really good players in Cup, obviously Aaron Donald on the other side. So Matthew Stafford's been pretty awesome this year.
Amy said, "Fuck that dude for unsubscribing just because you missed a question. He must be on his period." Dylan says, "My dick, Jay." I mean, guys, look, I missed a question, so that is my fault, and I appreciate you guys out there for sticking up for us. But at the same time, we want everybody to feel welcome. If Jay would just
sure.
have a little bit of patience, maybe just stick around for a couple minutes and get to know us a little bit. I'm sure that he'd get to like us, but. We can't make everybody happy. We're trying to, but yeah, I mean, I missed the question, so he was upset about that. But
we got to it though.
If I miss anything, just let me know. Nicely in the chat if you could. We've had a lot of people in here, a lot of questions, and sometimes things get doubled up or could possibly get missed. But just let us know, and we'll absolutely get to it. I mean, we barely miss any questions ever.
You know what's weird too? Like every now and again, I would say maybe like once a show, instead of my chat saying like 1, 2, 5, 7, it'll go up to like 70, where it'll just recycle. Yeah, it'll recycle all the questions, which is strange. So, as Steve said, just hang in there. Obviously, we're going to get to all the questions. We love having you guys. You guys make the show kind of what it's starting to turn into, and we want to take everybody's question.
Kiro, Gino, or Baker. I have Richardson, so RIP for this week. Yeah, but I think you gotta go Gino. I know Baker's been good, but I think I'm rolling.
Yeah, I like Gino as well. He's got a good complement of weapons.
Baker has a juicy matchup, but I'm leaning Geno. Yeah, me too. Appreciate your playbook in the chat there. Diaz says if Watson's out, Jaden Reed, Kendre, Gibson, or Mingo. Oh, if running back scoring is juiced, I'm going Kendre then if the running back scoring is juiced. Or do you go Jaden Reed?
What do we mean by juiced? Is he getting like 0.25 a carry or something like that?
It's probably a points per carry or points per first down or something like that.
Man, if Christian Watson's out, Diaz, I love me some Jaden Reed, bro. You know how I feel about that boy. Yeah, but if the scoring is juiced, you're gonna go Kendre. But if Watson's out, Jaden Reed is definitely worth a look. Go Kendre, but if Watson's out and you want to go with Reed, I couldn't be mad at that.
Absolutely. Kiro said, I have Geno in right now. Want to see what other people. Yeah, no problem, Kiro. That's what we're here for, man. Throw it in there. We got you. Drew Poppy, where you been at, bro? Man, we had some issues in the chat. I needed you, dog. Sam said, I'm 0-2, but traded Chase Higbee for Kamara, Ridley, and Laporta. Traded Chase Higbee for Kamara, Ridley, and Laporta. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really love that, but I mean, if you had to, I mean, I understand you're 0-2, you want to make shit happen, so you're all right.
Yeah,
You're all right.
I'm not in love with that either, but it's a shakeup. And listen, there's a couple of leagues that I'm in that I'm struggling, and I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna shake shit up, so I can't be mad at that.
Chubb only tore the MCL. It is not career ending as of right now. You know, they still do have to do the surgery. They got to go in there, and hopefully they don't find things once they go in there are worse than they initially thought. So if it is just the MCL, I'm pretty sure I saw they say like 6 to 8 months or something like that. So he should be good for next season. So you know, just something to keep an eye on. But once they actually get in there, we'll know more. So hopefully he's all right. You're high if you think Chubb plays football anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, Emil, it actually came out that, you know, it's only the MCL as far as what they're seeing so far. But they said, again, once they go in there, you know, they might actually find more, you know, than what is just showing from the outside. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It looked very bad, but apparently it's not as bad as it looked. So we'll see. Oh, he's def out for the season for sure. He's def out for the season for sure. He could possibly retire. He is an older running back. It is the same knee that, you know, that happened to him before. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not as bad, and it's only the MCL, and hopefully he'll be back. Saquon most likely tore his deltoid ligament, possibly ATL tear at this point. I would trade him high. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I mean, it was weird. They said high ankle, they said low ankle. Now they went back to high ankle. They said he might have they were thinking about him even playing on Thursday, which was crazy. So
no, that was bullshit. I didn't believe Dayball. He was trolling us.
So I don't know. Jerome Ford or Brees this week? That's a good one.
That is a solid one. Listen, I'm on this one. I've been saying Ford, but we haven't got the Brees Hall or Ford question. I do like Brees Hall because I think in order for the Jets to at least stay in this game, they know what Bill Belichick does to young, inexperienced. He's not a rookie, obviously, but young, inexperienced, not great quarterbacks. And they know they need to utilize Brees Hall, even if that means in the passing game as well. So give me Brees Hall.
If it's 4 point per passing touchdown, maybe I go with Fields. In that instance, maybe I go with Fields there. Hector said Pitts, or Freiermuth rest of the season. I'm going with Freiermuth for the rest of the season, I think.
That's a tough one, honestly. I like Freiermuth as well, and I think because he's such a big target down in that red zone area, he has a touchdown on the season in the first 2 games, so it's not a complete dumpster fire. It doesn't look good, but I think they'll start getting a little more on schedule. I think I like Freiermuth as well, just because I think Kenny Pickett is capable. I don't think he's great, but he's capable.
Song, what's up, Song? Song was a tough one. I traded him forward for the third. He was a tough one. He didn't want to give me anything else, so I had to settle after some tough negotiations. I like that Song. But what's up, man? Moore, Gibson, Dotson, or Hubbard? Pick two. Shit, it's got to
I
be
take it
Moore
that
and Dotson,
is
right?
that
I mean,
DJ Moore or Elijah Moore?
I don't even care which Moore it is. I'm playing him over Gibson and Hubbard.
Well stated.
It could be Chris Moore for all I care. No, I'm just,
Yeah, give me Moore and Dotson as well. Gibson, you can't trust, and
oh,
Hubbard. I don't think anybody's really sold on Hubbard behind Miles Sanders.
absolutely. John said, "Thanks, guys. Picked up Puka in my leagues after week one. He's been carrying me. Yeah, he's going to carry you for the way right now until at
At least
least
another
Cup
2 more
comes back.
weeks. Yeah.
Even when Cup does come back, he's going to be heavily involved still. You know, he's still going to be possibly a wide receiver two, wide receiver three ish. So you know,
But he's
you
got
can
the
hold on
upside.
to him
We already
until,
know that.
and he's got the upside. And who's to say that Cup stays healthy all season, right? So we shall see. We shall see. Hospital Mike, what's up, man? What do you guys think of Luke Musgrave? We both like Luke Musgrave. Hammer more than me because he's an actual Packers fan. But yeah, we both like him. Tried to trade him in a package with DJ Moore to get DK Metcalf and need some ammo. They currently got Gerald Everett. Ertz is still on the waivers right now, too. Ertz is still on the waivers. It's going to be tough. If Ertz is still, let's see, Ertz is still on the waivers. I mean, try to trade him in a package with DJ Moore to get DK Metcalf. So you want to trade DJ Moore and Musgrave for a DK Metcalf, and then you're thinking maybe you can pick up like Ertz
Ertz
on
and throw
waivers.
it in.
You could do that. I'm okay with making that move. DJ Moore and Musgrave. I mean, it's a tight end. It
And
doesn't
if you
look
could
like
get Ertz,
yeah, it doesn't look like you said it's tight end premium. So I mean, I'm okay with that. Musgrave is just, I mean, we like Musgrave, but we know realistically. And again, if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Check out the show we did on Warp with Scott Connor. Just kind of will open your mind to the tight end position and like, you know, does it really matter or not? These guys are kind of all the same after those few top guys. So yeah, if you can give up DJ Moore and Musgrave to go get DK, I'd do that very easily.
yeah, I totally agree. And as a Packer fan, I love Musgrave, but what I talked about before is something to consider where they have a lot of really good parts. So I don't think Musgrave for NFL and for my team, I love him, but for fantasy, I'm not, if you can add him in to get as part of a package, fucking just smash that right now if you could.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Brandman, appreciate you tuning in. Love the little logo there. Should I trade Ford to get Mike Williams? Absolutely. Smash that right now. Don't even breathe. Just go smash it real quick. Don't think about it. Just hit it.
I like that. That's good. Don't even breathe.
Joku or Ertz this week? PPR.
Ooh. Cleveland, Arizona's playing Dallas.
Then you gotta go Joku then. Gotta go Joku then. Titans are pretty decent too, but I mean
Cleveland
Ertz is
at
still gonna be
Tennessee.
targeted a lot, but
And remember that East Coast that weather. I don't know what the weather. What did they say in the Cleveland Tennessee game weather wise? Were they
winds 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained but dry, so it's still in the green. It's not a yellow or an orange. If you look here, 10 to 15 miles per hour, dry.
okay?
It's the Indy, Baltimore, the Green Bay, the Miami, the Washington,
The
and
real
the
East Coast. Yeah,
not really.
Ertz has been 18 targets, 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Ertz. Give me Ertz here.
But they're not really high quality targets, are they?
I listen.
What has he done? What's the stats look like right now?
He's tight end 8. I mean, he has 6 catches in both games, and I think because Josh Dobbs, is the quarterback, he's looking for that security blanket on those short, and it's PPR. So if you're giving me 6 catches, he's getting 8. He's getting averaging 9 targets a game. 6 grabs on 9 targets the first 2 weeks. I don't really care what it looks like if he's getting that level of volume. That's pretty damn good. As a security blanket, I'm taking Ertz. I don't care if it's against Dallas.
Taking Joku. Just because the run defense is pretty good for Tennessee, maybe, we gotta throw to Joku. Give me Joku, but you could go either way. And I think it's just more upside of possibility of possibly scoring a touchdown also.
That's fine.
That's kind of I think my biggest thing. But you could go either way. You could go either way. Sim said, sounds like Jay gets butt hurt pretty easy. Congrats, guys, on the number of viewers tonight. Most I have seen since I started following last year. Yeah, appreciate you, Sim. Appreciate everybody out there for
Yeah,
tuning in.
it's been a packed house. We love this. This is what we kind of live for here.
Yeah, definitely been a packed house tonight. So appreciate everybody out there tuning in. I do like Ertz's targets. So yeah, I'm with you on that too. I mean, I like the targets, but
And I think he's a security blanket for a guy that, Josh Dobbs is, he's not great. So, he's going to look to those short routes, especially. And you got to think Dallas is going to bring some pressure. So the little 5-yard outs, 5-yard ins, I think Ertz is going to get the targets, and that could lead to another 5 or 6 receptions in a full PPR. Give me that.
sure. I lost Chubb and JK. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts, Bram, man. That hurts. The only good thing about JK was like you got him most likely pretty late in your draft. I mean, he was going at a bargain, at a bargain price in most leagues, but it still hurts. Connor Mostert and Moss, Ford, Gainwell on the bench, 2-0 to start. Okay. And you lost those two guys and you're still 2-0. So I think it looks like you're in pretty good shape.
Connor's been pretty good.
Yeah, and Connor's been awesome. Mostert's been awesome. So you're fine right now. Both of those guys have been awesome. I would tell you right now, though, the next Jerome Ford is going to be Keontae Ingram. So you have James Conner. Go pick up Keontae Ingram. Make sure he's on your bench. This way that doesn't screw you if Conner ever gets hurt.
Which most likely he will.
Yeah, my two players that I have in the most of my leagues were Jerome Ford and Keontae Ingram. Just waiting for some kind of injury to happen, which of course sucks. But
just to touch on what you said, even during our drafts during the off season, bro, these backup running backs are one play away from being absolute found gold, and that's exactly what's coming to fruition. And we're only 2+ weeks in, so that's you hit the nail on the head when you're talking about picking up these guys, the Jerome Fords, the Keontae Ingrams, the Roschons, guys like that. So they're who's the guy in New Orleans? Jesus, Kendre. Kendre is another one that you could kind of lump in there as well. So yeah, picking up these backup running backs, they could pay dividends.
Pickett's awesome matchup or Evans with Faker Mayfield.
Mike Evans has been damn good. I'm going Mike Evans here.
It's hard to not play Evans with how he's been going crazy, but you have to at least respect what they've done. What they've done so far until that kind of falls off. I don't know if you just want to try and pick and say this is the game where it stops. Maybe you just play the hot hand at the moment. Over
Mike Evans has been
that's kind of been struggling, but we did see all it takes is one play from Pickens, kind of like Garrett Wilson, same kind of thing. All it takes is one target, one play for them to kind of do their thing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Evans still. Dallas D been basically a flex. Yeah, it's been fucking insane what they've been able to do so far. So yeah, I mean the loss of Trayvon obviously it hurts a little bit, but I don't think it hurts crazy much. I mean he's one cornerback. The defensive line, the linebackers. I mean all those guys.
The key for the key for the Dallas defense isn't the secondary. It's the front four. Plus you could throw the linebackers in there a little bit, but it's that defensive line that just creates havoc.
Najee, Kyron, Brees need 2.
Give me Kyron and Brees. Najee is, oh my God, he's been so bad.
Oh, man.
Now, this could be a get-right game for both of these running backs in Pittsburgh and Vegas.
I think the offense has just been shit in general. I mean, I don't feel like Najee's been that bad. I mean, he's averaged 5.1 and 4.3. And we've seen that he obviously can barely get back to the damn line of scrimmage. So I think
Najee looks I was talking to Bagala about this. Najee Harris looks so slow.
He was never
Bro,
fast to begin with.
I understand, but he
was running cross field on like 2 of those plays.
Oh my god, bro, he's looked so slow,
bro. But yeah, give me Kyron and Brees here, I think, as well. Until we see this offense be better for the Steelers. You know, maybe Najee bangs one in this game. Maybe this is the week it starts. You know, but I think with Brees, you know, being a little bit upset, maybe they do try and give him the ball more. Any word on Aaron Jones? Diaz said. From the last I heard, he was like limited at practice and is a true game time decision questionable at the moment.
Let me take a
Hammer,
peek.
do you have any other news? That's the last that I saw today.
Officially questionable. Jones didn't practice all of last week. Yeah, we know he missed. He was able to return limited on Thursday.
Yeah.
True game time decision.
Saif said Christian Kirk I meant when saying willing to give Mostert by accident. Did I miss this question? My bad, Saif, if I missed the question here. I don't think I've seen anything else. Let me know if I missed it. Hammer, can you see if you can find anything from Saif maybe that we missed here? Or did he write anything afterward pertaining to this?
I have to really go back.
John, off topic. When y'all think Drake dropping for all the dogs? I have no clue, to be honest. I have no clue. I haven't really been up on it. So hopefully soon enough, you know. Thanks for the advice. Good luck this week with your guys' matchup. So I appreciate you, One Nation. You as well. As always, appreciate you tuning in, being part of the crew.
I don't see anything.
No problem.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything from Saif.
All right, Saif. I don't see anything in the chat there, so just throw something in the chat if we missed you there. Sorry about that if we did, but it didn't come through on our side. So,
yeah, I don't see anything else.
Appreciate you. Come through anytime. Ed Seat said need one full PPR. Zach Moss, Madison, Pacheco.
I think you might have to go Madison here, no?
Yeah, I think I like Madison as well. Moss is a close one. Pacheco, we know I think he's questionable. So we'll see what happens there. Zach said Tennessee secondary is terrible. Yeah. We'll see what we get there. Ginger Ninja, what is good?
Nah, we're not doing that skull nonsense today.
Yes, we are doing that skull nonsense, bro. Yes, we are. But yeah, that's Ginger. That's my dude. That's my guy Dennis from the 420 crew. Playbook, watched film with Puka week 2 and his IQ on route running is fire. Yeah, listen, Puka is an awesome player. You know, he's just got to try and stay healthy. You know, imagine if Cup could help him with his footwork, he would be on another level. Yeah, I think
it just takes time. Yeah.
You know, we talked about Puka, you know, coming in, you know, after the draft, during the draft. I mean, if you check out some of the videos, I talked about Puka, how it was a good fit with the Rams. There's nobody else there except for Cooper Kupp. You know, Van Jefferson is nobody.
Tutu, my boy Tutu.
Tutu's good, but he's small. It's more of opportunity really than him being that good right now. But yeah, Puka's gonna be Gucci. Jackson, what up, Jackson? Appreciate you, man. It's been a while. Appreciate you tuning back in. I got Madison in the flex right now. Then should I switch for Cooks or Tank Dell? Oof. I think Dell is interesting, but I think I'm still gonna go with Madison. But Dell is, oh man, Dell is very interesting. Who do we got? Who do they got this week again?
They got at Jacksonville.
They got the Jags. The only thing with Dell is like we have to hope that Stroud throws it 45 times again.
Right. And the competition for targets, like I talked about, right? They got Nico Collins, they got Robert Woods, who have been balling as well. So I think I would roll Madison here as well. It's going to take a good volume for Tank Dell to be the beneficiary. So yeah, I think Madison is the safer play right now. I'm staying away from Brandon Cooks, and I have Brandon Cooks on one of my dynasty rosters as well. and he's been a bit disappointing. I think he'll pick it up, but I think Madison is the good flex play specifically for this week.
Added Ford Thursday before he got hurt. Stashed Jalen, Ford, Spears, and Kelly low-key paying off. Yeah, listen, I mean, I tell everybody I'm a big proponent of it. Instead of wasting your roster spots on a backup tight end or a backup QB, if you have an elite one, a backup defense. Like those are just wastes of roster spots where you could be carrying some of these backup running backs on these teams where the guys ahead of them get the workload, where these guys can really, come in and be, league winners or have value to, for you to trade and get what you want. So yeah, man, it's always a good idea to carry some of these high-end backups. Made a move in the 10-man trade to Kelsey and Pacheco for AJ Brown, Pollard, and Evan Ingram. Okay, I'll take AJ Brown and Pollard. If
and
you want to
you downgrade.
If you had to, so yeah, depending on the situation. They're not bad, Jackson. I like it. I just seen Kidda trade Garrett Wilson for Puka in the Hustler.
Yep.
Holy shit. I've seen some crazy trades for Puka as well. Listen, if you can get a first for Puka, I'd take it. Or if you can find somebody that just loves Puka, then
didn't Kidda also trade Jalen Waddle for Puka on the last show we did?
Yeah, I think he said he traded Jalen Waddle for Puka, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, he had traded him for somebody. I'm not with all that yet, but 14 team Cap City. What up, PPR? Garrett Wilson or Roshan or Tank Dell? Garrett Wilson's got a hard game with the weather. Roshan or Tank Dell flex, man.
Give me Tank Dell here. Just on some upside. Roshan, you can make the argument. I just don't. I wonder if they get down, how much they're really going to commit to running it, and how many opportunities Roshan gets. At least Tank Dell.
It's a lot of pass catching work too, so that's the thing,
Yeah, I still like Tank Dell a little bit more than Roshan this week, particularly.
Yeah, it's
pretty close though. It's
we'll probably get away with playing Tank, but Roshan, I don't know, something about Roshan I like this week against the Chiefs. We'll see what happens. But Jackson said team is now Burrow, Mixon, Pollard, Garrett Wilson, Olave, AJ Brown, and Ingram. Okay.
I don't mind.
But now at least Garrett Wilson is like slides into your wide receiver 3 slot or flex.
Yep.
All right, nice, not bad. Najee gained some weight for real. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he is slow. When he was chugging, going like the opposite direction.
Oh my god. It looked like he was running in quicksand, bro. He had fucking cinder blocks on his feet.
He's not a fast guy. I mean, we know.
I understand, but
we know that. He's not an explosive kind of guy. He's a RB that tries to do some damage. DS said Dalvin, Dillon, Perrine, Sutton, Tony, Joku, 1.75 premium, a running back, a wide receiver, and a flex. So if you have to play a running back, Dalvin, Dillon, or Perrine.
Give me P-Ron. You could lean AJ Dillon.
Aaron Jones is out. If Aaron Jones is out, give me Dillon. I might still take Dillon anyway, to be honest, because he'll probably get more work than the other guys.
AJ Dillon's pissing me off. Now he could get some good work, but they also elevated some other running backs off the practice squad. So I'm taking Samaje Perine here. No, thank you.
All right, then we need a wide receiver. So Sutton or Tony, and Tony I think he's
banged up,
right? He's a little banged up right now.
Yeah, give me Sutton.
If Tony plays, I'm probably playing Tony. If Tony plays, I'm playing Tony.
Officially questionable with a toe, upgraded to limited on Friday after not practicing all week.
And then for the flex,
if that's the case in the flex, you could
maybe
play Njoku, right?
But you could maybe play Joku in the flex, but I don't love it. Now, give me Sutton in the flex. Give me Tony, Sutton, and Dillon for me. Midcast 95, what's up? Can't decide who to choose at flex. Judy Dell, White, Hopkins, or Garrett Wilson in an 8-man half PPR. So if this is an 8-man, we need to go with the most upside that we can possibly have right now. Garrett Wilson is not it with that weather. D Hop, I don't think is. I think you got to go Judy here. I think it's a risky play, but you've got the upside. I think here with Judy. So I'm gonna roll with Judy. I'm gonna die on the Judy hill this week. It is what it is. But what do you think, Hammer?
I think Rashad White has some good upside as well. They don't have a terrible. Who are they playing? They're playing Philly. Rashad White has been pretty solid. 17 carries in both games.
Hold on, let me go to Saeed's. Go ahead, my bad.
That Eagles front could be concerning. So what was the other one? Judy, Tank Dell.
Yeah, Judy, Dell, Rashad White, Hopkins, Garrett Wilson, 8-man league. So
yeah, I kind of think it does have to be Judy just on upside. But listen, I wouldn't. Rashad White definitely deserves some consideration. Tank Dell as well. Yeah, roll with Judy. That Denver offense.
Let's go to Saeed's quick. He said his question kept getting deleted. Sorry about that, Saeed. I mean, it's not us, but they sent me Stevenson, Gibbs, Christian Kirk for Mostert, Zay Flowers, Cup, but not feeling it. They sent you Stevenson, Gibbs, and Christian Kirk for Mostert, Zay, and Cup. Mostert, Zay, and Cup. Stevenson, Gibbs, and Kirk.
All right, so break it down. Do you want Mostert or Ramondre? Kind of want Mostert right now, but
I'm okay with Ramondre there.
Zay Flowers, that's Jahmyr Gibbs? That's looking pretty damn good right now.
Christian Kirk and you lose Cup. So I think it really just depends on how you feel about Cup. Like, do you think Cup comes back, plays the rest of the season, and beasts like he normally does? Then maybe I keep Cup. But do you need running backs? Is that the situation here? Because if you need running backs, like I'm okay with taking the Stevenson and Gibbs. You know, if you're pressed for running back and have Christian Kirk, then you could always try and trade Christian Kirk also. Maybe tier up, use something else on your squad, tier up from that if you can. I don't mind it if you're still a little bit afraid of Cup.
I wouldn't be afraid of Cup per se.
Give me Kirk, Gibbs, and Stevenson, and then I try and if you want to make more moves with those guys, then you can. Up to lose Cup and then have like not even a wide receiver one to fill in for that, you know.
Yeah,
so
I think
what's the rest of your team might be better off.
I'm thinking if you have Mostert, Zay, and Cup, just try and move Mostert if you really want to. Keep Zay and keep Cup.
Well,
and if you really want to move Mostert at his highest point, then just move Mostert, 1 for 1 or something like that. So you don't have to mortgage 2 good receivers.
So how about you? Who are you trying to get here? What are you trying to do? I think that's kind of the main question is, what are you trying to do? Doesn't have to be this 3 for 3 kind of thing, unless this is what you need. If you need the 2 running backs, then
right.
But it kind of just depends on what you need and what you're trying to do, man. Ginger said, I think the addition of Akers in Minnesota light a fire under Madison's ass. And it's the Chargers. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we've been saying it. We do like him this week. Skull baby, 1 and 2 on the way. Absolutely, we need to. We need this win. This is a big game. This is a big.
How is anybody a Vikings fan? They just never do anything.
There's a lot of us out here. There's a lot.
That was a mistake.
Not like you whack ass Packer fans. I mean, no, being a Packer fan right now.
No, it's actually pretty awesome. So you should try it one day.
We're winning the division. Nah, fuck the Packers. Get out of here.
No, you don't.
Carlos Goat said, got offered Barkley and A.J. Brown half PPR. RBs are Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders, wide receivers, Ridley and Tyreek. What do you guys think? Barkley for A.J. Brown.
And you already got Ridley and
You've got
Cheetah,
Ridley, Tyreek.
Aaron Jones, and Now I'm keeping Barkley here.
No, he got offered Barkley for his A.J. Brown. So it looks like he's
Oh,
got A.J.
oh, oh.
Brown, Ridley, Tyreek,
Yeah.
Aaron
Then I'm
Jones, and
taking it.
Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
Do you take Barkley here?
I think I am because you have enough. And listen, Aaron Jones is banged up. He's a little bit older, obviously. I think I'm doing that. I think Ridley and Tyreek are good enough
Take
to.
a chance on Barkley. He's going to be out a
Yeah.
few weeks at the least. Or do you wait on this trade? Maybe you don't make this trade yet.
Yeah, you can look
be
at
sitting there. You're going to be losing for a couple weeks and not have,
not necessarily, because it's not like AJ Brown's been lighting the world on fire. So I understand he can at any point he can go off. I think he's due for a solid week after we kind of saw him pouting last week. But I think if you have Ridley and Cheetah, you're in good shape. Now your running back situation's kind of a mess. Can you shop AJ Brown around for somebody else if you're looking for running back help?
Yeah, I think it just depends on your situation. If you can afford to lose AJ Brown for right now, and then have Barkley, then that's fine because you definitely need some help there. But all good.
Can you get Barkley and a little bit else? I would
Blurpy,
imagine
what
this
up,
is
Blurp?
redraft.
Blurpy said, pick 2, Hammer. Rashard White, Connor, Joshua Kelly, and A.J. Dillon only if Jones is out. Also have Garrett Wilson and the other flex. So would you pick anything else out of those to start over Wilson?
Yeah. I mean, you got to lean Joshua Kelly here, right? Because of the matchup and because of no Eckler. So I think Kelly is kind of one of the locks for this particular scenario. Rashad White, like I said, man, very interesting. That offense is playing pretty well. I'm staying away from A.J. Dillon. The Saints do have a good defense and they have a good front as well. So I would actually roll with Rashad White and Joshua Kelly here. Connor's going up against Dallas. So that would be a little bit of a tough matchup against that Dallas front. Give me Rashad White and Joshua Kelly here.
Yeah, give me White and Kelly. Unless Aaron Jones doesn't play, give me A.J. Dillon. And then he also said he has Garrett Wilson in the flex, the other flex spot. So would we play anybody else over Garrett Wilson? Yeah, it's supposed to be just a bad weather game. So
and it's Zach Wilson against the Patriots.
Do you go White, Connor, Joshua Kelly then? Or do you, I mean, not Connor. Do you go White, Kelly, and Dillon then? Especially if Aaron Jones isn't out.
Oh, so there's really
or if Aaron Jones
here.
is out. We could pick
really
3
here.
Yeah, he's got to pick 2.
But he already has.
And he's saying
Garrett,
in the flex, would you add anybody else, right?
So if I have Rashad White and Joshua Kelly, that would leave Connor, A.J. Dillon, and Garrett Wilson. Yeah, if Aaron Jones is out, then you put A.J. Dillon in there. You could make the case for Connor as well, but I think I would like A.J. Dillon a little bit more than Connor. Connor's been pretty damn good, though.
Pick 3. Diggs, Puka, Evans, or DK. Currently have DK on the bench. Yeah, I'd probably keep it that way. He's a little bit banged up. I think I'll play Diggs, Puka, and Evans. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And listen, if DK's a little banged up, JSN, he could have a coming out type game if DK's a little banged up there.
I saw the meme of the Tony sticky hands of little giants. I seen that. Seen that. Midcast 95. Nope, no problem, man. Appreciate you. Anytime, man. Smash the like for us, guys. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Appreciate everybody in here.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to all the questions and then we'll get up out of here. But we'll answer the rest of these. Wouldn't be feeling that either. Yeah. Brad says start 2 Moss, Mostert, Swift, Dalvin, Pitts, or Ertz at tight end. I don't know if this was a double question. I thought we got to this, but I think we both win
Mostert and
Ertz
Swift.
and Mostert, Swift in this one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you, Brad. Ken Miller, what's up? Pick 1 for wide receiver: London, Lockett, or Judy. I think it's got to be Lockett here.
Yeah, I'm going Lockett here, especially with DK banged up. Yeah, let's take Lockett on this one.
Go with Lockett, Ken. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Nicholas traded Laporta and Connor for Andrews today. Okay, I like it. Starting Tua, Swift, Gibbs, Tyreek, Devontae, Andrews. Should I start Breece Hall or Jerry Jeudy? No, not with the guys that you have currently. I wouldn't. What do you think?
So you wouldn't start Breece over Swift or Gibbs?
Oh.
You wouldn't start Jeudy over Tyreek or Devontae? No, you're good. You're solid.
That's what I'm saying. I'd take
You are
Stevenson
solid.
Gibbs on that trade. Yeah, you could definitely take that if that's what you needed for that team. Jahmyr Gibbs is looking good.
Yes, he
Don't hate
does.
buying Akers cheap if you can. I don't know. I'm not worried about Akers really. Basically, we got him for free. But if you want to stash him for now, obviously, if an injury happens, but Madison's still going to be the guy at the moment. My team is Kirk, Bijan Gibbs, AJ Brown, Godwin, Goddard, Stevenson, Christian, Kirk. Kirk Cousins, my bad. Okay, Christian Kirk, Sutton, Dell, any counters? Bijan Gibbs, AJ Brown. Godwin, Goddard, Stevenson, Christian Kirk, Sutton, Dell. No, I mean, I like the squad. I mean, Bijan Gibbs, AJ Brown, you've got Godwin, Goddard, you've got Stevenson also, Christian Kirk. I mean, can you upgrade maybe the Christian Kirk, Sutton, Dell situation? Or even the Godwin, you can make any kind of combination maybe and try and tier up.
Yeah, you could take advantage of Tank Dell's nice week as well if you're feeling froggy.
Playbook said he's stacking Cousins and JJ in one of his leagues. Kind of a Skull fan
Come
now.
on,
Welcome to the
Playbook.
club.
Why are you doing this?
Welcome to the club,
Don't do
Playbook.
that.
Let's go.
No, don't
Vikings
fucking
fans
do
in there.
that.
Skull, baby.
That is garbage, Playbook. Why are you setting yourself up for disappointment? Why are you doing this? Don't be.
Hammer's just mad.
The Cousins
Can't
JJ
get Cup for low value. Yeah, if you can get Cup, that'd be.
the Cousins JJ stack I'm fine with. But don't be Skull. Don't do that.
No,
Just
do that.
setting yourself up
We
for
love
failure.
it. Don't worry about this
Come on.
fucking Packer fan guy over here. Don't worry about
Come
it.
on.
We got all Vikings fans in here, baby. Vincent, what up, Vincent? 12 team, half PPR, double flex, start 3, Tank Dell, Alexander Madison, Christian Kirk, and Michael Thomas. Start 3.
I think you're taking the first 3, no?
Yeah, I think we have to. Tank Dell, Alexander Madison, Christian Kirk. Boom. That's how we're rolling with it, Vincent. Playbook said he traded Chase and Cup for CMC. Oh, gee. Week 1, traded Chase and Cup for CMC. I don't know about all that, but
I mean,
hey,
CMC is going nuts right now.
I mean, he is. Chase and Cup ain't doing jack, so
no, they are.
You won so far.
You're going for the Gusto Playbook. I see you.
Javonte Williams or Swift, Nav said.
I hate these DeAndre Swift questions. I really do. With a fucking passion.
I mean, Broncos got the Dolphins, so that could be a good matchup for Javonte. But, I mean, after what Swift did and, them probably trying to stuff it down his throat again, maybe. I mean, it's hard to not say Swift. The upside is for sure on the Swift side, right? Obviously, we saw that. So if you wanted to play it safe, maybe go with Javonte. But do you want to miss another, 150-yard game from Swift if it happens? I
mean, you put so much emphasis on that. I love that. Do you want to miss that shit again? Yeah, give me DeAndre Swift here.
AJ Brown's a buy. Yeah, I've got AJ Brown as a buy right now. I just put out the video a couple days ago. Go check that out. 3 guys to buy. Going into week 3. Pacheco or Herbert. It's got to be Herbert here. We don't know if Pacheco's playing or not, so just keep an eye on that. It's or Ertz. We're going Ertz, Brad.
Yeah, I think we like Ertz as well.
0 RB in a startup. Any 0 RB in a startup. A-Chain, Bigsby, Kendre, PPR, and big play scoring. Any 0 RB in a startup. Hopefully I'm not missing the damn. If there was something else here. I'd go Kendre.
Kendrick's got to be
asking which one to pick. PPR and big play scoring obviously could be A-Chain, but I think for the long run, I just like Kendre more.
Now, does the Kamara pending return make you nervous?
No, because Jamal Williams is on IR, so that means it's going to be Kendre Miller and Jamal Williams. We've seen Ingram and Kamara we've seen them use multiple backs, so I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. I'm
No,
not
never
too mad
Cam
at that.
Akers. Forget Akers, bro. Judy or Brees Hall in the flex. I think gotta go with Judy there for
No,
me.
I'm taking Brees Hall, bro.
That's fine. I can't do it yet. Give me Judy, baby. Give me Judy this week. Vegas, Mark. What's up, Mark? Pick 3, Jacobs, Kyron Gibbs, and Kenny Walker. Kyron Gibbs, Kenny Walker. Boom.
Yeah, and I think listen, Jacobs is going to bust out one of these weeks. He is, and
He
I know
is.
they're playing. I know they're playing the Steelers. I've seen Jacobs play well against good teams that we thought were good defenses, but it's got to be the last 3. It's just hard to make the case for Jacobs over any of those 3 guys.
I think Jerome Ford is a real thing. Lucky 70-yard tutty. So many people in my league drop so much fab. Well, I think he's just the only guy that's there. So
The
he's going to get
volume
the
is what we're
majority of the
talking
work.
about.
Is he going to be
Yeah.
an RB1? Probably not. He's not going to be Chubb, but I think he can be a solid RB2, for the rest of the season based on situation, not because he's this running back that's going to take over and be the future. I don't think that. But, because of situation right now, he's going to be the guy. So. Ertz going against the Cowboys, though. Do you still prefer him over Pitts? Yeah, because they're going to have to throw the ball a lot. But you could argue that Pitts has a good matchup as well,
I
going
think I
against the
just trust
Lions.
Ertz
So
more at this point.
I think if you're looking for the safer play, it could be Ertz because he's going to get a ton of targets. But if you want to go for the upside, then maybe you do go for Pitts. Maybe you do go for Pitts with the upside, going against the Lions where they may have to throw the ball more. So I think if you want to shoot for the upside, fuck it, let's go Pitts. But Ertz is
No,
the target still.
I'm taking Ertz. He has a safer floor for me.
Stefanski will eventually put back Hunt in the backfield for check down passes.
I could see him getting some passing work.
I could see him getting that as well. I mean, is he going to come in and play the role that he once played, where he was so successful in? Probably not to that degree, but he'll definitely get some work.
If they and I'm starting to lean kind of towards your thinking, but I also saw something as well where they had the opportunity to choose between Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford this offseason, and they chose Jerome Ford. So that tells you everything that you need to know how they feel about those 2 guys in relation to each other.
I feel you, Playbook. I feel you. It is a good matchup this week, so just something to keep an eye on. Shane, what up, Shane? Flex 1, Pickens, Nico, Rashard. Oh, come on, it's Nico, baby. Nico's a top 10 guy right now. We can't not play Nico.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way as well. Rashad White, man, he's been good, but Nico's been fantastic.
I'm not playing him over that. Oh, Diaz said it was start 2. Let me go back to Diaz's question real quick. Did I miss it? Where the fuck? Was it the A-Chain, Bigsby, Kendre one? Maybe Kendre and Bigsby. I don't know. A-Chain ain't seeing the field as much yet. Jamie says he's a huge Ford fan, but whatnot, a solid start of the next month with all the tough matchup. Yeah, he's got some tough matchups in the next few weeks, so that's the tough part about Ford. Lit up. What up, lit up? Pick 2, Michael Thomas, Judy, and Jacoby Myers. What we doing, Hammer? What we doing?
Judy and Myers. I'm off Mike Thomas. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'll take Judy and Myers as well. I mean, Thomas might be like a safer play than Judy, just because he's getting like a decent amount of work. But give me the upside with Judy, and then give me Myers on this first game back here. Dylan, what up, Dylan? Appreciate you, bro. I need a streamer with a Rich out. Geno, Stafford, Stroud. Other options are Pickett, Mayfield, Russell, or Howell. I think I like Geno.
I think I like Geno as well. Stafford versus the Bengals is very, very intriguing. Stafford played pretty damn well with Puka and Tutu.
He's not throwing tutties though, really, right? How many tutties does he have? Stafford.
Hold on.
Not a lot. One? So one passing tutty right now?
Yeah,
I'm not rolling with that.
Yeah, 55 attempts against San Francisco. Jesus Christ.
Well,
not a ton
the
of
ball
yeah.
a ton.
Yeah, it's a lot of those short kind of.
Shout is throwing the ball a ton too, so but yeah, give me Geno.
Gino has the better complete offense here. It's got to be Gino.
Shane, pick a tight end. Ferguson, Joku, or Taysom Hill. You know I love me some Ferguson, but we did
Yeah,
talk about Taysom Hill and
we did.
upside, or if you want to get freaky, you can play Taysom Hill this
No,
week.
I'm taking Fergie. Well, Cooks is back, so you could kind of look at it that way. Give me Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, I guess. Give me Fergie too. Kendre, A-Chain, Bigsby, PPR, big play scoring start. Okay, big play scoring start two. That's what it was. Okay, Kendre, A-Chain, Bigby. Um, what
A-Chain's
did
not getting a
A-Chain
ton of
do?
run.
He's not getting a lot of run at all right now, I don't think. So does he get more? I mean, I know Bigsby's not getting a ton of run either, but he's getting something. And he might get the ball a little bit more this week if they're winning this game. So yeah, give me Bigsby and Kendre. I'm not ready to play A-Chain yet.
A-Chain has one carry in 2 games and one target in 2 games. Mostert's getting all of that work. It's Kendry and Bixby here.
18, man. Tough one here. Moss, Madison, Connor. I think Madison and Moss. Connor's got the really bad matchup this week, right?
Yeah, he plays
We talked about this a little.
against Dallas.
Vegas Mark, Chase, Mike, Will, Pickens, AJ Brown, pick 2.
Well, it all matters if Joe Burrow's playing. So
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
not
think
gonna
he's
know.
going to play. I don't think he's going to play. So give me Mike Will and AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'm with you there too. Give me Mike Will and AJ Brown too. Let's play it safe, just because we don't know. We don't know what the deal is there. Any chance that Badgett gets some time at QB if Fields continues to struggle in Chicago? I don't think for this year. No, I don't think for this year. I mean, anything is possible, but I think that's probably a low chance.
It's
Jaden Reed or Tank sell for my DraftKings lineup tomorrow. Need what you feel is a safer play.
This all depends on Christian Watson's availability. I think Jaden Reed is the safer option if Christian Watson doesn't play. And I don't think Christian Watson's going to play. So give me Jaden Reed here.
Yeah. Bad. I'm trying to make a trade right now. I'm in the middle of trade negotiations at the moment.
He's always in the middle of trade negotiations.
Yeah, it's Dynasty. That's how we do it. I'd fire up Mingo this week. He's running flat routes. He had a good amount of targets last week, too. They just didn't really connect. So I like Mingo as a hold for now. It's tough to put him in your starting lineup, though, yet until we kind of see it. But, it depends on what your options are, right? KJ Dubs, I'm torn between Gabe Davis and Myers. Thoughts? Give me Myers.
Yeah,
Miss me on some Gabe.
Oh man, you know what's fucking bullshit? Like Gabe Davis, just when you don't have any faith in Gabe Davis, he goes out there and fucking has a good week, and then it gets you all excited. And then next week, and then this week, he's gonna go out there and do what he did in week 1, which was 2 grabs for 32 yards. So it is Jacoby Myers.
Show Gibson, Mooney, Algier need one starting. Bijan, Algier.
With Bijan. Ooh.
Are you going to play Mooney or Gibson over him? 50. He's getting still 15 carries, 16 carries a game.
Yeah, and I have Algier in one of my in our home league. Kind of let me down last week.
Yeah, everybody felt Gabe Davis for the last 2 years, and he's just been a disappointment. But to be fair, he was actually going in a good spot this year as far as like his draft position, so it wasn't as bad last year. He was just going way too high, which I didn't like. But you just never know which game to bet on Gabe Davis. That's the problem.
Yep.
Thoughts on the range? You would stay
stash, maybe
stash. What? No thoughts on the range.
Play Craig Reynolds.
I'm not really playing Craig Reynolds at all. I don't think anywhere.
I picked him up in a league, but he has not made my lineup.
I can't.
I'm not that desperate yet.
I wound up trading him in one league in a package trade, but I can't trade him just straight up. Nobody wants him. So it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But I mean, I don't know. RB like 4 range, I guess. Thank you. No problem, Ty. Appreciate you. Am I crazy for wanting to start Russell Wilson over Justin Fields? You're not crazy for wanting to do it. You're not crazy, especially against a Dolphins D. It could be a shootout. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. Would I recommend it? I don't know. Probably not. But Fields should be at least safe with the rushing that he's going to give you.
I'll be honest. Russell Wilson got incredibly lucky last week because 50 yards and a touchdown came on a just ridiculous play. So if he doesn't get that, he's at 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He did give you some rushing, 6 carries for 56. We haven't seen that from Russ a lot lately. So who knows if that's a little bit of a trend running. If he's going to give you 5 or 6 carries a game, then maybe, he starts to have some more upside. But I think I'm still taking Justin Fields here as much as I don't like it. He gives you a ton of rushing upside.
Yeah, started Gabe Davis last week. Lucky you. Lucky you.
Did you start him week 1?
It's nuts. It's nuts. It's hard with him. Ricky, what up, Ricky? Terry or Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds is dealing with the groin, so it's just something obviously to keep an eye on. Who's Terry got? Terry's got the Bills, and Reynolds, we've got the Falcons.
I think that game is going to be crazy weather in Washington because they're on the East Coast.
That's right. Hold on. Let's check out the Washington. Yeah, Washington was one of those games where we kind of got to be careful. It doesn't look like it's crazy bad. 5 to 10 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts up to 15-ish. Maybe a few stray showers could linger, but should be clear by kickoff. So
what time? Wait, what time is
the?
Let me see. Detroit and Washington. Let's see what the game is because Reynolds is a true game time decision. They're both at 1:00. So, Ricky, this might be an easy decision for you. If Reynolds doesn't play, then you go McLaurin. If Reynolds does play, I would probably lean Reynolds here at home in the dome with a pretty good matchup. I'd lean Reynolds here if he plays.
Yeah, I think I'm doing the same. Thoughts on Puka, keep or sell? It just depends on what you need, man. Just depends on what you need. Can you hold them? Or do you need to sell them? Do you need something else on your team? So I think that's just more of like what's your roster construction look like? What's your situation? Ty, go ahead. You were going to say something, Hammer?
Yeah, and I was going to just really say on the Puka stuff, like the news for Cooper Kupp should be coming out pretty soon because he week 4, after week 4, I think they have like a certain amount of time to take him off the IR. So we should be getting some Cooper Kupp, news soon in terms of where he's trending. So that could help or hurt Puka's stock. So, if you really need help in other areas, then see if you can sell him at a good value.
Mm-hmm. I said Breece Hall or Craig Reynolds. I'm going Breece here. Absolutely.
Yeah, Breece.
Not rolling with Reynolds there. Cousins or Josh Allen. Let's go Kirk in the great matchup against the Chargers. Yeah, I'm definitely going Kirk here. I mean, Josh Allen's still Josh Allen, but I know that Kirk is about to throw for at least 300 and hopefully some touchdowns.
I don't know, man. Josh Allen's a fucking dog, but
he is.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk. So the fuck is Kirk?
Fantasy wise, anyway. Yeah, give me Kirk Cousins here. Fuck you, man.
Fuck out of here. Let's go, baby. Kirk, dog.
Fuck that.
Pats D or Chiefs D. I know it's defense, but needed a 10 guaranteed floor.
Patriots defense going against the Jets.
Patriots D for sure against the Jets in the weather. Hell yeah. I lost to someone who doesn't play because of fucking T. Higgins. So it happens, man. It happens. There's nothing you can do sometimes. It's fantasy for you. There's fantasy for you. Milan, what's up, Milan? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Start Edwards or Ford. I think I'm going to go Edwards here.
Gus the bus?
Yeah, with no Hill. I mean, I think I'm going to roll with Edwards here on the better offense. Give me Edwards.
I'm taking Jerome Ford on
Ford's got a
volume.
tough
Thank you.
matchup. I know you're taking Ford. Yeah. All right. So Hammer's got Ford. I've got Edwards there. Losing faith in the Bengals. They'll be all right. They're just starting off a little bit slow. And I mean,
See,
guys, to be fair, Justin Fields was straight trash for like the first 4 or 5 games last year before he really turned into, what he did. So just have a little bit of patience, maybe.
and to be fair, the Bengals are in a really bad position. If they were 2-0, I think fucking Joe Burrow sits 100% just to get him healthy. But they're 0-2, staring down the barrel of 0-3 potentially. So this is a really tough situation for the Bengals to be in. If they go out there and say Joe Burrow plays and he gets hurt again, re-aggravates that calf, and then he's out, Bengals could be in some big trouble. So Bengals are right on the edge.
Sure. Diaz said Zeke, Bigsby, Perrine, Reynolds, start 2 PPR. It's got to be Bigsby and Perrine, right? Could you say maybe it's Zeke? I don't know. Maybe we throw Zeke in there in that game. Maybe we go Zeke and Perrine here.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Zeke and P. Ryan as well.
Yeah, I think let's go Zeke and P. Ryan there. And then we've got 0.25 for first downs. That's fine. Sold Swift for QJ straight up. This must be Dynasty. I'm feeling that. Justin Herb, you got Justin Herb. So now I'm 0 RB in that league too. Appreciate the help. Yeah, that's fine. I'm 0 RB in most of my leagues. Luck of the draw with T and Chase at this point. Yeah, man. I mean,
it happens. I have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in our home Dynasty league, and somehow I'm still 2-0 with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Josh Jacobs. I have on that team. Christian Watson's been out, bro. I've been starting Tutu Atwell and Hollywood Brown, and I'm still 2-0.
Frank, what up, Frank? Do you guys watch the whole football games or red zone and go by the stats?
So I watch Red Zone because there's just so much happening, and I've never been a big fan of NFL Sunday Ticket because I don't want to miss anything. You know what I mean? With Red Zone, they're not only showing me just the scoring plays, they're showing me basically all of the important plays. And I don't have to flip my channel, but also what I do is, Frank, after the games are over, I go and watch the highlights. I watch the breakdowns. I watch, the coverage. I watch all these guys and what they're breaking down. So not only do I watch Red Zone, I go ahead at maybe for an hour or two after all the games are finished on Sunday night and obviously Monday and watch all the post-game stuff for the breakdown, this, that. So I'm watching Red Zone plus breakdown plus obviously throughout the entire week. I'm watching NFL Live. I'm watching, all the different breakdowns. So that's pretty much my setup.
I mean, I think for fantasy in general, like Red Zone is heaven. I mean, because that's really all you need for fantasy purposes. When you're talking about evaluating players and doing all this other stuff, obviously that's totally different. But yeah, Red Zone is the way to watch, when you're playing fantasy football. I think it's the best way.
For sure.
Earl, better play. We'll see. We'll see, man. Thanks, guys. That's what I'm thinking. No problem, Playbook. Appreciate you tuning in. All right, gents, I'm off. Good night. Appreciate you, KJ Dubs.
Man, we've been locked in here for almost 3 hours.
God, yeah, we're about to get off after these last questions here. Throw any last questions y'all got in the chat. Starting golf over Burrow this week. Yeah, I'm with that.
I am. Yep,
absolutely. Red Zone.
I'm in the same boat.
For sure. Yeah, we'll give you guys another 60 seconds to go. Throw any last questions you got. We'll be on again tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to hit up Huss in the morning and see if he wants to do a collab for the morning show.
I like it.
Half PPR. DS said 2 points per first down. Damn, you're playing some different kind of formats here, Diaz. I like it. Just acquired Najee for a third. Holy shit. And a 25-second rebuilder. Was sick of him. Okay. Najee, Ford, Tony. Need 1 RB, 1 flex.
I think it's got to be Najee against the Raiders. I do like that. I don't trust Kadarius Toney, man, and he's banged up.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Tony. You might have an easier decision, but if Tony plays, I'm playing Tony for sure. Playing Tony and probably Najee and sitting Ford, but it's close.
No, I'm taking Najee. I mean, the first down thing is big, because obviously Tony can catch 5 passes and get a first down on each play potentially. So yeah, I'm kind of in lockstep with you from that standpoint because of that format. Give me Najee and Tony, but if Tony doesn't play, then Ford makes it an easy play.
Sure. I feel like I should be on the clock. I've been watching film and trying to study routes and playbooks. It helps. Yeah, man. Any little thing to kind of get you an edge at at anything for sure.
Tell
For
you what,
sure.
to give you an edge. Check out the Warp.
Yeah, check out the warp thing. I think you probably really like that playbook. Cool, much respect, Frank said. We on the same page. Too many people go by stats. Yeah, you gotta watch things. I mean, you can't just go by the stats. It
It's
doesn't
a
tell the whole
combination of
story,
things. Exactly.
right? I mean, it doesn't tell the whole story. So eyes don't lie. Glad I found you. Well, I'm glad we found you. I'm glad you found us. I'm glad
Yes, sir.
we're together now. So welcome to the crew. Come through anytime. We're live most nights. We'll be live tomorrow morning. Also, about an hour and a half before kickoff. So 11:30 Eastern, pretty much up until kickoff or so. We'll be on. So. But yeah, we're about to get up out of here. Ricky said Terry, Josh Reynolds, Jacoby Myers, pick 2. Probably go with Terry and Jacoby just because Reynolds obviously is dealing with the injury. But
I'm taking
Reynolds
Myers.
played, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm taking Myers as the lock. If Reynolds plays, I'm playing Reynolds.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of gonna say as well. If Reynolds plays, you might have to play Reynolds, but I think Terry. No, you know what? Fuck it. Give me Terry and Jacoby. Let's take the risk out of Reynolds. Rather pick up Tony or Mingo.
I like
mean,
Kadarius Tony.
Tony's he's gonna play and he's gonna be on the field with an awesome quarterback. He's always gonna have that upside.
That's it.
Unless he's injured, of course. So I think we have to go with Tony here. There's not a crazy amount of upside with Mingo at the moment. I do like him as a bench stash if you can hold on to him. For later on in the season, because Shark can't stay healthy already. Thielen can't stay healthy already. So I mean, opportunities, will come from Mingo. So. But yeah, I think we're finally about to get up out of here. Appreciate everybody in the chat that came through tonight. We had a big night tonight, so appreciate.
This was a hell of a show. Probably one of the biggest shows we've done so far.
Yeah, as far as everybody in the chat and everybody coming through for sure.
Man, that 3 hours flew by, bro. Jesus, I gotta pee.
But yeah, let's get up out of here. Lit up. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody.
Yes,
we'll see y'all tomorrow or in the coming days. Just make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell and come through. We'll be here for y'all. Appreciate it.